Huh. Okay. Yeah,
Hi,
I'm ready
everyone.
whenever you are.
Hi everyone, it's me again. Literally again, you saw me a few hours ago.
Hi.
Hi, hello. Do you wanna repeat what you said before we went?
Do I now? I thought you said good thing you said it now and not on stream approximately 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, but I give you the option to repeat yourself if you want to repeat yourself.
You know what? Sure, fuck it. I said this was clip farming. I'm gonna clip farm for my fucking life out here. Hi, my name's Sgwuo. I am a rat. I haven't streamed in 500 million years, and I have been seen on social media even less. This is literally my first appearance back in the public eye, in like a month. Hi, yeah, so I'm here on Helia's channel. I'm gonna be showing off a little bit about my Pokemon collection, and if you're curious as to what I said right before stream started, Helia mentioned something about needing to drink water. I was like, haha, more like Hydrafixation, right? Which is a joke that I'm sure has been made 500 gazillion times before me. And then I said, could not be me, I am a thirsty boy. I've been drinking water loud as fuck.
Yeah.
-2? You were so mean to me.
And there's the hydrate. I just drank some water. You can't make me drink more water. This is absolutely ridiculous. Why was the cat now jumping down from his hammock? Elias, do you want me to get a heart attack or? This is such a good beginning for this show. Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to Hydrafixation. Hydrafixation is the little talk show where I invite a guest to talk about their special interest or hyperfixation. Then why are you like, okay, but why is it called Hydrafixation? Yes, it's a snake pun, but also you start one topic, 10 others just appear out of thin air. I'm curious how this goes today. And there's, of course, a little hurdle and a little disadvantage. My guest just has 20 minutes of uninterrupted yapping time. And afterwards, I will ask questions. You can ask questions. And this is episode 17, by the way.
That's a big number.
That is a big number, actually.
That's
especially
5.
Yeah, especially since I said number 25 will be the episode where I am the guest, basically. Yeah.
Another epic, the musical Hydrafixation has hit the stream.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm still between. Hi, Nakabong. Ow. I'm very much between talking about one of my favorite book series or talk about some like German pop culture. I feel like I finally need to introduce people to Bernd das Brot, the pressed loaf from German children's TV correctly.
Do you have like a single happy mascot?
Well, Bernd's colleagues are a bush who's a scientist and a sheep who's a stunt man.
Sure. Honestly, not the most out there.
Yeah, the funniest thing is that this Brett made a New Year's speech and said, you know what, give up, it's only getting worse.
Honestly, he was kind of real for that.
He is so real for that. It explains a lot. It explains so much, and it's so deeply German. But yeah, that might be an option. But also, premiere on Hydrafixation this time. Not that we not had a flash tuber on the show before. That happened. We know that. But today, there are hands. This is the first time the presentation is a hand cam.
Wait, that's a first? There's no way that's a first. Really?
Yeah.
Hi, I have hands.
I mean, Frank stood in a maid outfit in front of his green screen for 3 hours. Why did I invite you?
Because of my stellar personality. Why else?
Yeah, that's correct. But other than that, no. People either bring like a presentation or they doodle something. But no, this is the first hand cam we ever had.
That's crazy. I'm making Hydrafixation history.
Yep.
May it not be the last hand cam. This is fun. And
put
I'm
that on your
honestly surprised.
resume.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on my fucking resume, don't you worry. I'm honestly surprised. I thought, like, you know, there would be a lot more people with, like, hands-on hobbies out there.
Yeah, seemingly not.
We are
Seemingly
getting a showcase.
they're all absolute nerds who just live in a digital world. I don't know. I don't know either. That meaning, if you know an active streamer or you are an active streamer and you want to come to Hydrafixation, hit me up. Just tell me. You also can do this and yap about whatever the fuck you want. Well, not whatever the fuck you want. I still have to allow it, but I didn't say no yet to a topic, so you guys are all not bad enough.
That sounded like a challenge. I'm scared.
Kinda, yeah. Cause I don't know. I'm waiting for someone to actually come on here and bring a really outrageous topic that is still somehow in the Twitch TOS. Somehow.
Can I make a really vulgar joke?
Sure.
Someone's gonna bring their fucking Bad Dragon collection on stream one of these days.
I wish TOS would allow that. I wish. But honestly, someone could, if anyone has actually a sex toy special interest and can talk about like the history of sex toys, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Why is Dusk saying "hear me out"?
I don't know. You probably know that better than I do.
I literally don't.
That is also an option. Also, hi, Ken. Hello. Ah. Okay. I already got the timer up. You got 20 minutes. I will give you... Oh, wait. No, we should be fine. Twitch can't smite you if they're legally distinct. Let's hope that's true. But I will give you a warning at 10 minutes and 5 minutes. And I also will put I will do the bad thing and play another short little ad just so no one will miss anything. So I will put a little 2-minute ad in here if it starts. Twitch.
I'm so yum.
There we go. Okay, you still got 2 minutes to prepare yourself.
Yay.
Also, show us your mat, please. I want to see the mat.
The what now? Oh, the playmat? This?
Very cool. Yes.
This is fucking aura, dude. I got this from a, I'm gonna talk about this later when ad is done, but I got this from another Pokemon TCG, like, what's it called? Special collection or something like that. This is illustrated by one of my favorite artists ever, Akira Egawa, and I have a collection going of her art, like of the Pokemon cards that she's illustrated. And fun fact, I don't know if anybody like remembers this off the top of their head, but Akira Egawa has also done illustrations for a couple other franchises, including Holostar's Tempest.
Oh!
Yeah, Akira Egawa did the illustration for, I believe it was the 2nd anniversary Lore VP, like, key visual?
Damn!
Yeah.
The Japanese art world is really small. That's kind of insane.
Yeah, like, I honestly, like, I play a handful of gachas. One of them is Fire Emblem Heroes, and there's, like, a lot of artists on there that I'm like, oh, I like the art from this game. I might as well see what else they have, and I go on there, and they've illustrated, like, a Hololive talent, or, like, a Nijisanji talent, and I'm like, holy shit. Wow, this world is really small.
I got an Among Us TV, and yeah, I saw that first of all, there's gonna be a Among Us solo story-ish game, and also on Paramount there's now a cartoon, an Among Us cartoon. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, that's kind of sick, actually.
It's kind of sick, but also, did the world need that?
Well, no, but does the world need anything ever?
That's fair. Okay, we're back from the ads. We're back from the ads.
Yippee!
So
I still have like 30 seconds to go.
Hmm?
I still have like 30 seconds to go, so
what?
I'm assuming it's the same for everybody else. And I got
Why is it lying to me? Why is it lying to me? That's insane.
Well, I don't know. I could be lagging a little bit behind. I don't know how Twitch works anymore. This website is an enigma.
That is true.
Okay, What the fuck do you mean? I don't know why Sgwuo got the extra schlonger. Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, guys, did you know that this is not a child-friendly program? Just saying. Just saying. Okay. I will...
There's like an 8-year-old in chat that just walked away with a bindle all sad.
Good, because this is 18 plus streams. So, yes, please, fuck off.
Okay, I'm gonna put my binder back on here now.
Okay. Ooh. I will count you in, and then we will start. Right in time to have my sound problems fixed. Perfect, perfect. This is... You don't want to miss a single word. I guess.
You guess?
Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna say in the next 20 minutes. I don't know what will happen.
Me neither.
Perfect.
I'm just pantsing this. I have a vague timeline of things I'm gonna say, but other than that, I'm just pantsing it.
Perfect. Well, then here we go. We will start the 20-minute timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I need everybody that actually does participate in this hobby to not judge me for approximately 30 seconds as I explain how I got into this hobby, okay? I need you to understand that I have only ever had the most pure of intentions. I have never in my life scalped anybody. I have never, well, actually, that's kind of a lie. I did scalp someone, but it was so I could get more Corbeau cards, so it's legally justified. I have always bought my product at MSRP from legal sources. Like, only once did I get scammed from a fucking card shop that I still won't go to this day. Okay, that being said, now that you understand my intentions, I'm gonna go into the history of how I personally got into Pokemon TCG, okay? So, yes, I was not a Pokemon kid when I was young. I kind of was aware of it, kind of peripherally. When I was young, I don't even know what like era that was, but there are like everybody around me was collecting cards, and I was like, okay, well, it's cardboard, that's cool. Like they have cute little critters, whatever. I was more of I don't know, I was like not with that at the time. I was like busy reading Hunger Games. So that Pokemon was decidedly not part of my childhood. So going into adulthood, I started getting a disposable income. Please stop having a seizure, my camera, I beg of you. And then in approximately, fuck, I don't even know when, October 2024, I want to say, Pokemon TCG Pocket released. And I'm gonna stop putting my hand here because that's making my camera freak out. Pokemon TCG Pocket released. I got into that game because I was like, oh, well, at the very least, even if I don't know how to play the game, at the least I'll have like some pretty cards to look at. So I did that. That was pretty fun. I liked collecting the cards, and then I was like, hey, I mean, these are pretty cool, and I've seen a lot of really cool illustrations from the cards floating around online. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the physical card collecting part. Me and half the fucking population of the planet, because that started the absolute deluge of people that were getting into for the first time, in my case, or getting back into for the case of people that haven't been collecting for like 20 plus years. Everybody and their fucking mom was like hitting up Target, going to Walmart, beating people up in Costco just to get their hands on sealed product at like a good price. And a lot of scalpers were taking advantage of that too. Like they were buying up a lot of product at big box stores, and they were selling them online for egregious prices. So if you go on eBay, there's still going to be a lot of like people selling box sets, for example, for like 2 or 3 times MSRP, which I don't ever buy from those people if you are considering getting into this hobby. The reason why they continue to thrive is because people keep buying from them, which is why I just always caution people, just don't fucking buy sealed product. Okay, so that's how I got into Pokemon TCG collecting. I have been collecting now for just over 2 years, I think. Yeah, well, maybe 1.5-ish, right? Pretty close. So I have amassed a pretty good collection, in large part due to me having bought a fair amount of steel product over the years. Please don't ask me how much money I spent overall. I don't want to know. But also, more recently, I have kind of moved away from buying sealed product, which is, oh, by the way, what I mean by when I say sealed product is like packs and box sets where you rip open the packaging, just kind of gamble to see like what card you get, right? In recent times, I have largely moved away from pack ripping and moved on to just buying singles from card shows, which comes with its own kind of like risks and everything, but I think it's decidedly a better I think it's better financially for me to do that rather than just try to gamble for a card that may potentially be worth like $300 when I've already sunk $400 into a set. Not that I've ever done that. Do we all understand that I've never done that? Okay, excellent, great. So yeah, I have a handful of singles and I have a lot of illustration rares, and I have in my hands right now, this is my English binder, this is my main binder. I mostly rip English product. I have also collected some Japanese and Chinese cards, which I'm going to show a little later on, but those binders are decidedly less organized. So I'm just going to go right into it and tell you guys a little bit about my collection. So I'm going to try my best to make sure you guys can see this, but it's going to be a little janky. Please forgive me. I've done my best to kind of theme these cards around, theme these pages around a certain sort of, I guess, central theme. So here I was thinking it'd be really neat to have all these Pokemon cards that were like, that took place in like a really comfy like home environment. So you have like the cute little Mimikyu here. I have like three of these cards. You can
turn it around. I rotated your camera for people. Yeah.
Can't do anything right. Okay, well, you guys are just gonna see that, and it's gonna be super overexposed. Sorry. But yeah, so this is my, this is the first page. This is just like a cozy Pokemon in home sort of thing. My favorite cards from these, I have a couple of favorite cards from this page, but I'm really fond of this Joltik in particular. Let me fish him out. Look at him. I like Joltik in general. He's very small and very cutieful, and I have another Joltik card somewhere in here as well. There's like a Pokemon Outdoors page over here. I'm quite fond of this page as well, and I also really like Parasect. Look, hold on. Look. I know for a damn fact that at least like 60% of this chat is Rosator, so I know like half of you got your like neurons like instantly lit up at that, okay?
Slender.
I have a full art trainer section as well. A couple of these are actually special illustration rares, and a couple of them are just regular full arts. Not everybody in chat hitting me with the fucking Rosator stare. And this one is just blue. I have a lot of blue cards. I figured it'd be good to put them all in one place. I'm gonna take the Chimpao out so I can show you guys. This is really cool looking. Look at him. I did actually, for some time, play a Qianpao deck. That was when I was just learning the actual game for the first time. Am I reflecting a little bit? I think I am. Oh no, everyone knows I'm Asian. So I did actually play a Qianpao deck for quite some time. It has fallen off severely, and I think it is now out of rotation, but it was pretty fun to play for the approximately 2 months that I played that deck. And then I have like a sort of greenish page over here, a couple of Pokemon here that are green. I want to show off this card in particular, this Aipom, or Apom. I'm sorry, I don't know how this is pronounced. This is illustrated, well, illustrated in the sense that it was put together by one of my favorite Pokemon TCG artists, Yuka Mori. I'm sure there's a couple of people that have heard of Yuka Mori, even if they're not into the hobby, just because her artwork is that iconic. She uses actual, like, I believe polymer clay to illustrate, or well, sculpt these Pokemon, like, in real life, and she photographs them in certain settings. So, I have a collection of Yuka Mori cards going as well. And I am not going to show that today because I have a limited amount of time, but I do have that collection, and I have been actively collecting Yuka Mori cards ever since I got into the hobby, so there is that. She's illustrated like 200 cards at this point. Some of them are like hundreds of dollars, and that's not within my tax bracket, but anything else I will gladly buy up at the card show. This is my page that just has a bunch of Pokemon with their trainers or other humans. I mean, this one's like a 5-year-old, so I don't know if he's a trainer, but there's a couple of familiar characters here. There's Morty, there's Lance, Charon, Blue as well. I really like this Flareon card. It's really, really cute. There's a handful of like explicit like Pokemon that belong to their trainers. Like this one literally has Iono's name in the title, so you can see Iono in the card itself. But not every card will have that, even if they do have the trainer kind of in the card. And the reason for that is because these trainers' Pokemon have different mechanics in game. For example, sometimes there will be like a Pokemon that says like, oh, all Iono's Pokemon have like reduced energy cost or something. I don't know if that's an effect that exists. I was just making something up. So yeah, that's a cool mechanic that they added. I don't think they are going to really repeat that in the future, but who knows? Like maybe they'll have come up with something for Legends ZA, or in the future when Winds and Waves releases, they'll have come up with something like that. This is Cozy Household Pokemon number 2, and you can really see my face there. Wow. I want everyone to look at this Fido, please. This is my stupid plushie bait dog. I love him very much. This thing was made in a lab to be like an industry plant so they could sell more plushies, and by God, it's working because I love him very much. There's a handful of like red-themed Pokemon here. I am particularly fond of this Thievul over here. I just think the art style is really, really stunning. I also want to show everyone this Dodonzo, which was illustrated by Akira Egawa. I know I talked about this briefly during the ad break. I'm not sure how many people were not able to hear that, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Akira Egawa has also illustrated a lot of Pokemon TCG art. In particular, she has just been an overall incredible artist and a very, very prolific one as well. Let me lift off my binder so everybody can see my playmat. So this Charizard playmat, this Mega Charizard X playmat that I got, came from another Pokemon TCG collection. And that was, this is illustrated by Akira Egawa.
10 minutes.
Okay. This is illustrated by Akira Egawa. I have another collection running of Akira Egawa's cards. And Akira Egawa's work has been seen for like pretty much in every franchise you can possibly imagine at this point. Fire Emblem, like probably Final Fantasy or something like that. But I think something that a lot of people would be familiar with right now is that Akira Egawa has actually done work for Holostar's Tempest. She illustrated the key visual for, I believe, their 2nd anniversary lore voice pack. So if you want to look that up on the Holostar, it is there. But I just think it's really neat that my two worlds have kind of collided in that way. Also, I would just like for everybody to see this Team Rocket's Meowth card. It's very cute. It was one of my chases from Destined Rivals when that set released. I have a this is kind of purple or sunsetty or night themed cards in particular. I honestly think it's a crime that this Diancie is like $3 and not like 300 gazillion, because it's very beautiful and I love it a lot. But yeah, a lot of these are cards that I got from card shows at probably like single-digit prices. A good amount of these were under $5, and whatever ones were under $5 were definitely under $10, because I don't really have it in me to drop like $100 on something at a time. I have a bunch of cards over here, which I'm gonna be honest, I kind of stopped caring about theme after this point, because I was like, I am just gonna have to constantly reorganize my binder every single time I get a new card. So I just stopped caring, but this is supposed to be kind of like a action-y, like purpley theme. I, in particular, am really, really fond of this Zamazenta. It's just a beautiful card. I found this at a card show probably like a couple months ago for maybe about 17 bucks. And I don't normally buy cards that have like double-digit prices, but that one I just had to have because it was just stunning. I just really liked it. I also have a special place in my heart for Sword and Shield in general, but I know not everybody feels the same. But I really like the characters, and I like Zamazenta and Zacian, and yeah, I don't know. Okay, this one is where I really start deviating from whatever theme I was going through at the time. My favorites from this in particular, I have a couple, but I know everybody is gonna be like, oh, haha, the Corbeau fan likes Whirlpool, fucking Fork Found in Kitchen, but hear me out, okay? I liked Venipede. I liked the Venipede line before it was cool. I played a Scolipede deck in fucking TCG Pocket before ZA released, okay? On my life, I liked Venipede before it was cool. Now that we've established that, I would also like to bring everyone's attention to this Galarian Moltres. with Gloria in the background. I just really like this art. I got this very recently at a local card show for probably about 15 bucks, I want to say, maybe a little more than that. Yeah, I don't know. I just have a lot of cards from Sword Shield in general, just because I like Sword Shield and I have a fondness in my heart for it, even if not everybody feels the same. And I just said fuck it to the theme after this. I'm gonna be honest. But I have a couple of favorites from this one. In particular, I think this Ens Reshiram is really, really cool looking. And I know some gay motherfucker in chat just had their neuron activated because they saw N. I see you. I know you exist. I know you're out there. And I have a couple of shinies here as well. Look, my stupid plushy bait dog is back here. And I also have a shiny Glimora, Ditto, and Gardevoir. I think these are the only shiny full arts that I have right now, just because I've not really opened a lot of sets that have shiny full arts. I like Smoliv. Smoliv is another industry plant like plushy bait Pokemon, but you know what? That's okay. I love Smoliv with all my little heart. This is the other Joltik card that I was talking about earlier. This one is really nice looking, just in general. I really like the action-y, kind of cartoony style, well, kind of like comic book style sort of thing that it's got going on. I just really like it. And let me shove you back in there. This is a really sick Deoxys card that I actually got from Dusk like last year or something like that. This is just really, really cool looking. I love the texture of these illustrated V-Stars. And I just think it's really neat and sparkly, and yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm really not good at like pointing out what's good about art, but it tickles the brain in a good way. Okay. I have another page of shinies over here. Some of these are promos, some of these are just things that I bought.
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the fuck has Varoom as their favorite Pokemon, but if you want to buy it off of me for like $2, there it is. I have a bunch of copies of different cards. I'm gonna just kind of speed through this because I only have about 5 minutes left. I'm gonna take this little guy out so I can show everybody, but this is I consider this personally to be my crown jewel just because, look at him. Snom is my favorite Pokemon of all time. I just really, really like Snom. It's so adorable. I love him. And this is another page that is just like everything else that I couldn't really fit in another page. And from here on out, it's full arts and trainers that I don't think are really too interesting to just showcase. But I do want to show everyone this Espeon, especially. Look at that texture. That's really beautiful. Yes, it's expensive for a card at 13 bucks for like that sort of card, but I think it's worth it, honestly, because look at that. That's a really beautiful texture. Okay, I'm gonna kind of speed through my Slap collection because I did actually get some cards graded. Give me a second. I did actually get some cards graded, and I don't do this anymore because PSA sucks and I want them to go to hell. But let me speed through these real quick. This is an Okidogi I got from eBay for probably like 10 bucks. This is the most expensive card that I have. This is probably should cover that up. This is a Victini monochrome from Black Bolt. Is this Black Bolt? Yeah, this is Black Bolt. At the time that I pulled it, it was like 500 bucks. And then I got it graded. It came back at 10. And that immediately spiked the value to like 1,500 bucks. So I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, this is my retirement fund. I gotta hold on to this forever. Unfortunately, it has crashed in value quite a bit. And I do believe it's like way lower than that. I haven't really checked. But yeah, this is the most expensive card in my collection by far. So I'm gonna leave that there. Please no steal. A lot of these are just cards that I have pulled over the years. Erica's Invitation from 151. Chinese, really pretty Chinese Eevee SAR from Terrastal Evolution. Terrastal Festival, yeah, that's what it's called. I really love the SARs from this set, and I think the textures in these are a lot better than they are in English. Here's a Leafeon from the same set, also in traditional Chinese. And this is simplified Chinese, but here's a Sylveon that I pulled from just probably about last year or so. In any case, I just really like that card, and it's just really neat to see. Okay, I have a couple of more cards. This is Dragapult from Prismatic Evolutions. I do believe this is like the only SIR that I've managed. Oh, by the way, SIR means Special Illustration Rare, is like basically the rarest cards you can get. This is the only SIR that I've pulled from this set, and I've pulled a fuck ton from this set, so I have just given up on this set altogether, but this is really pretty. Sprigatito. Another, obviously, plushie bait industry plant Pokemon, but that's okay. I love him with all my little heart. Zapdos, I think this is the first SIR that I ever pulled by myself. This is one from 151. I just really, really like the colors on this thing. Charmander, also from 151. No idea why it got an 8, but that's life, I guess. I just like the little guy. The Charizard version is the most expensive card in that set, and it's going for probably like 300, 400 bucks by now. I got a Pokemon Center version of this little Eevee graded. It came back at 9 for whatever reason. I can't even know. A Hydreigon from White Flare. I just really like this card in general. I have always had a soft spot for kind of Hydreigon just because, you know, I like auraful Pokemon, okay? Leave me alone. Bulbasaur from 151. I really like this card and the entire Connecting Art series in general. I think it's really, really beautiful, and I just really like how much greenery is in these. Durant, I'm gonna be so honest with you, the only reason I got this card, this was like 15 bucks off eBay. The only reason I got this card was because like approximately 3 days before that, I was in Apollo Bugman's stream and he was opening Pokemon cards and he like started eating Durant cards on stream or something. So I was like, that's funny, I'm gonna get a Durant card for myself.
40 seconds.
40 seconds. Paris, I got this because Roots. Spiel, this was gifted to me by a friend. Thank you, Kyo, if you're out there. Raihan, he is a collective husband of many. Luminion, just a really, really pretty card. Flareon, I lied. This is my first ever SAR that I pulled. Okay, I'm done. That's all my slabs.
Hey-o!
Oh my god.
Let's fucking go. Breathe. Take a sip of water.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a sip of water.
Let me get you some, let me throw some confetti around.
Yay.
Ah.
A lot of the slabs that I have were graded by myself, but they a good handful of these were also sent in, not sent in, what am I saying? Bought from eBay, so yeah. Yay.
Yay! Okay, let me grab my notebook, because I actually wrote down some questions.
I'm impressed that you managed to get anything from that incoherent rambling.
That was not incoherent. What are you yapping about? Walk? Also, no, I just have some talking points about the topic in general.
Okay.
So we can go into it. Also, chat, remember, you can also ask questions. Okay, do you want to go into heavy shit directly so we have it like off the list, or whatever you deem to be best for the stream. I'm just here and I've got so much Celsius peach flavor in my system right now, so I can go forever. Let's fucking go. Okay, let's start with easy shit. You already said Snob is your favorite Pokemon.
Yes.
Which, solid decision, sure. What's the Pokemon you hate with an irrational fury?
Dragapult, and it's like entirely because of the TCG. Dragapult is a fine Pokemon, like just in lore and in the games, I'm sure it's like a great Pokemon or whatever. It's like, and I really like I showed you earlier, the SIR that I got, really, really beautiful card. I'm just really fond of how Terra Dragapult looks in like the Terra Civilized form. Sorry, I don't know what it's like formally called. I don't care. But it is a fucking cancer in the TCG. I'm trying to think of like an analogy that I can make that people would understand. But I guess no. I mean, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna tell you. Like, it does 200 fucking damage off the rip, and then you can put another 60 damage on another benched Pokemon, and that wipes out like a good amount of Pokemon in the TCG itself. So what that means is like there's a extremely high pick rate in the TCG. Like in competitive, I believe it was like 47% Dragapult at the last like regionals or something like that. I'm not 100% sure on those numbers, but this fucking scourge of the earth has single-handedly made me hate Dragapult with my entire being, and it's not even Dragapult's fault. It's just the Pokemon game designer's fault for making him so stupidly busted. Okay. So that would be my answer. As for Pokemon that I hate just because they're ugly, Glalie, I really fucking hate Glalie. It's so ugly. I've been playing Pokemon ZA lately, and whenever I see Glalie, I like recoil in disgust. I'm sorry, it just looks fucking ugly. I hate it. I hate that it has a Mega.
I have so many opinions on Pokemon designs beyond Gen 4. It's ridiculous. Especially all the Mega, Crystal, whatever the fuck evolutions. What monkey designed
in
those?
their defense, Mega existed since like XY, so like
yeah,
it's been around. It's just that ZA introduced a bunch of them that are new.
I mean,
Mega
my grievance with Pokemon overall is that we don't need a new Pokemon game every fucking year. And we do not need 5 million special evolutions on top of it, especially if a lot of people like ZA, and I respect that, but I do not respect the PNG flat walls environment. What was that? You can't tell me that Nintendo does not have the money to make that look actually good.
Yeah, listen, I've been playing ZA kind of on and off for the past couple months, and that's entirely because of that purple fucking twink, but in any case, yeah, guess what? I think, I don't remember where these numbers come from, so don't, like, quote me on this, but I'm, like, 90% sure. Yeah, like but Dusk said, they literally spent less on the development of Legend ZA than they did on the stupid-ass Super Bowl ad, where that one, like, the only, like, non-Gen 1 pick from any of those fucking celebrities was, like, that one soccer player that said fucking Zygarde. Zygarde, are you fucking kidding me?
That is ridiculous and absolutely pathetic.
Yeah.
That is embarrassing. Holy shit. That explains so much.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, cause was it? Oh god, which one was the XY was the French one, right?
Yes, XY was the French one.
Cause that city looks actually good. That shit looks really good. And then I didn't play. I didn't play. I played a bit of Sword and Shield, and before that I played a bit of Sun and Moon. So I'm just very judgy about Pokemon. I'm not that much of an active Pokemon player. But holy shit, those other games looked so good environmentally, and everything I saw with ZA, I was like, huh? Why are we doing
less
this?
Less money than the fucking Super Bowl ad, and it fucking shows, man.
Yeah,
holy shit.
Exactly. I wanted better Lumiose, not copy-pasted Lumiose. Yeah, well, capitalism, everyone, capitalism.
Yep.
Okay. The first question, by the way, I wrote down even before we started is, can you actually play the trading card game? Which we realized seemingly yes. And I think that puts you in like the 5% of people who own these cards. Because honestly, I do not know one person who actually plays the game.
Well, you know too, actually, because Dusk also plays. He plays in person, but I mostly play online. Just because, I'm gonna be honest, the local, like, card scene where I live is abysmal dog shit. Everybody's a judgy piece of shit, and I don't really like socializing with them in general, because 90% of them are just collectors, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to go to a card shop and then, like, everybody's talking about, like, the value of a certain card. Like, fucking, just give me your goddamn card if you're gonna sell it for, like, $2. Just give me it for free. Fuck you.
Regionals, holy shit.
Yeah, he made it to day 2 of regionals. He's fairly accomplished.
Damn.
He has his legal name on Limitless TCG somewhere.
Damn, let's fucking go. Holy shit. Yeah, that is okay. That is it is later on my list, but we're doing this now because the only card game I ever played was Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was a fucking menace to everyone in my school. I had a Toon deck.
I'm just doing like a slideshow of cards that I have on the side.
That's so fun. But I had a Toon deck and I knew how to use it. I was a horrible person. Okay, so because the thing is, if I think about Pokemon cards, I only think about collectors. And on the other end of the spectrum, most people I know who own Magic the Gathering cards are players only.
Yep.
So what's your, do you have an opinion, a theory on how we got here with Pokemon?
Honestly, I don't. I think like 90% of that is just because Pokemon is a much more broad franchise that encompasses a lot of different media types. And let's say like Magic the Gathering is pretty much like no one knows like a Magic Gathering like Magic the Gathering TV show. No one knows like a Magic the Gathering like video game. Like when you say Magic the Gathering, everyone's like, oh, the card game. Like you play the cards, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I honestly, I don't know if anybody can name a single character from Magic the Gathering off the top of their heads, but everybody knows fucking Pikachu. So it's mostly that, and also the fact that, you know, a lot of these cards are like, kind of illustration-wise, they're just easy to display and they're easy to look at. This is a Tyrant illustration rare promo that I got from Perfect Order ETB not too long ago, but you can kind of see how like the kind of format of this is like the art stretches from border to border, and it's not terribly expensive actually to pick one of these up and just have it in your collection. So it's a much more, I would say, accessible hobby. Well, it's a crazy thing to say now, but I honestly think it's a more accessible TCG than something like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic, because if you go to look at Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic Lorcana, the playable decks there are like $100. Like, they're really expensive. And a functional deck in Pokemon TCG, probably like 15, 20 bucks, and that's if you really like, that's if you splurge on a couple of IRs, honestly. So yeah, it's an overall much more accessible TCG. The cards are also just, you know, a lot more recognizable. It's easier to collect and display them. And it's just a more universal franchise. Like Pokemon as a franchise is going to absolutely eclipse anything that any of these other TCGs put out in terms of like cards. And also the value, I guess the values in the Pokemon TCG are not that crazy actually compared to some of them in say Magic, because I know Magic not too long ago they had a Final Fantasy collab, and out of the gate, Wizards of the Coast put out like a couple like 1 out of 1 or 1 out of 3 like cards, and those went for like fucking crazy amounts, like thousands and thousands of dollars just off rip. And they literally charge like $1,000 for people to just gamble for the chance at getting one of those like super expensive cards. So by comparison, buying like a $50 box from Pokemon for a chance at like a $400 card is like pennies in comparison. Obviously, that's not accessible to absolutely everybody, and that's totally okay. Like, only spend within your means and all that. But I'm saying, like, if you compare one of these to the other, one of these is going to be a lot less expensive and a lot more recognizable than Magic, for example. So yeah, that was TLDR, Pokemon, everybody knows Pikachu, blah blah.
Yeah. There was one card from the Lord of the Ring card.
Yeah.
Was the wow. It's
didn't like Post Malone buy that from the guy?
Jesus Christ. Also, I was so close to cheating. Jesus Christ, Automod. I was so close to be like, no one can name cards, and I'm like, let me fucking list the Baldur's Gate cards, the Baldur's Gate characters real fucking quick, because I actually own the cards because Marsh got me the magic cards of those goobers.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that Magic has done like a fuck ton of collabs.
I mean, it's Wizard of the Coast, of course. Yeah. It's D&D over D&D over D&D.
Yeah, that is true.
That being said, because trading card games come and go, they exist. Everyone seemingly now tries their hand on one. What's the worst one you've ever seen?
The worst trading card game?
Yeah, if you have no more of those, or that's just unnecessary. I
honestly, I have not really looked into many other TCG TCGs. I feel like there's a couple that I feel like were poorly handled, but they're still doing quite successfully. My brother is actually a Magic the Gathering player, and he has a lot of gripes about how they're handling the game, and I'm sure so does everybody else. And I think there was one kerfuffle with like the Commander deck format or something like that. Like something got banned, and then everybody started like wanting to torch Wizards of the Coast to the ground. I have no idea what that's all about, but I brought it up to someone that I do know that played that format once, and he was like, yeah, so everybody wants, like, the CEO of Wizards of the Coast dead. And I was like, I support that. I don't know what's going on, but I support that either way. Yeah, there are definitely TCGs that could have been handled better. But I can't really think of that many. Well, no, actually, no, that's a lie. I do know of a couple of TCGs that I think don't deserve to be TCGs. For some fucking reason, every time I pass by like GameStop in the mall that's like right close to me, like they have like some kind of fuck ass poster about like a cryptocurrency like trading card sort of thing, and I'm like, ew, that's fucking. First of all, crypto is already like a massive gamble on its own. Like if you don't even like consider like the ethics of it all. And then, like, putting a trading card game on top of that? Like, what are we doing here, man? I can't even... Does this have an audience? Like, do people buy that? Like, the only people that I can think of that would buy that are people that were really big into NFTs back in 2021, and we all know how that went. So I don't even know if that's, like, a trading card game in particular, or is just trading cards. But, yeah, honestly, that's, like, stuff that I look at, and I'm like, why the fuck is this a thing?
Okay,
people just be making trading cards out of anything, man. I've seen Minecraft trading cards. I've seen like fucking Squishmallow like trading cards. I've seen trading cards for virtually every franchise you can think of at this point.
Also, there was a World of Warcraft trading card game. I'm not surprised, but I missed. Good thing I never knew about that one. Holy shit.
Wait, actually, no, I did. I thought about something. Wait. No, just kidding. I was thinking of something else. I thought Neopets for a second had a TCG, but I was thinking of the tabletop D&D sort of thing that they had going on.
My grievance. I also what's the name again of the Disney one?
Lorcana?
Yeah, I saw that this happened and I was like, why? Why, people? Do we need that?
Lorcana is one of those TCGs that I'm like, I could never, just because like I'm not really that much of a Disney person. And also the cards are pretty fucking expensive, but from what I can tell, the people that do play the game have fun playing the game, and that's all that really matters. I don't really know. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I don't know anything about Lorcana. I just see the products sitting on shelves and all, and I'm like, oh, this might not be a popular TCG all that much. But, yeah, I don't really know why that had to be I don't really know why that had to be a TCG to begin with, but I guess, like, Disney will be Disney. Instead, it's accessible ruling by Dumbo and $1,500 deck. What the fuck? Yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna say. Like, the decks in Lorcana are crazy expensive.
That's my thing with a lot of... Or with maybe even TCGs as a whole, is everyone and their grandma now has their own. And it's never for playing, it's just for collecting, and it feels like the easiest cash grab, because... Just to put it in perspective, having a card printed, pennies. Fucking pennies. So, even if it's a fancy fucking card, and even if you paid the artist a lot, it's still absolutely fucking nothing, and then you make it rare because you decide to make it rare, and artificially inflate a value on it. And I'm not against people who are collecting. Hey, have fun with that. But a lot do it with such a weird intensity that I'm like, it's a piece of cardboard. Can you chill for the sake of it?
Yeah. No, I'm not even joking. There was one incident from my area not too long ago. So Pokemon has these, I don't know how many of these still exist because I believe they've been taking them down across the nation, but there are these like vending machines that the intent is for them to give out like, I guess vend to like little like packs from time to time. And the intent is for like a 12-year-old kid or something to roll up to one at Safeway and go like, oh, like there's a vending machine, I might as well spend $5 on like a pack or something like that, right? Like reasonable like after school money sort of deal, right? Yes, people have been camping the fuck out of those vending machines ever since this hobby took off back in like 2024, 25. And It's been absolutely disgusting. There was literally like a incident from my area not too, I believe like early last year, question mark. There's like a video online of these two scalpers that one of them is like guarding the vending machine with like his entire body, and the other one is like trying to sidestep him, and you can tell like they really want to fight, but they're both too pussy to put up any fucking hands. So it's just the most awkward, like saddest thing you've ever seen in your life. And you look at this shit and you go like, this is fucking Pokemon, man. Like, it's cardboard, first of all, and you're beefing over like a franchise meant for literal actual children. What are you doing with your lives?
Hey guys, remember when scalpers actually scalped like things that cost a lot or were worth a lot in the beginning? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for these people in so many ways.
It genuinely is. I have such a fucking you know what? This is like a large part of why I just don't buy sealed product in general unless it's from the official like Pokemon Center Direct, or if I can find it like on a store shelf, which is very rare at this point, but I have just given up. It's just in large part it's because like people are so fucking insufferable about buying up sealed product and then selling it online for egregious prices, and at this point I'm just like, oh my god, it's like not even worth it. That's why I go to card shows now, because I know like some of these cards are still a little overpriced like compared to market, but honestly like it's kind of like the same as if I were to buy it off of eBay and also pay for shipping. So I feel a little okayer about that. And also, I think in large part, the reason why I like going to card shows a lot is because I just like, it's like a treasure hunt for me. I love discovering these cards that are like less than $5 and they are beautiful cards, but because the valuation on them on tcgplayer.com is like under $5, people just give them like a pass over and they don't even look twice at them. And I'm like, oh, cool, that's something for me to have. So I take it and I collect those kinds of cards. That was like probably the vast majority of that binder that I just showed you right now is cards that were $5 or under. Well, at the time they were $5 and under. I think a lot of them have increased in value since then. But the point remains that people are so focused on value in this hobby that there are a lot of very, very beautiful cards that nobody really takes a second glance at. And I think that's really, really sad. Like, a lot of the artistry that goes into these cards are really, like, it's something to be admired. It genuinely is. I have a lot of respect for the artists that work on this TCG. I have a lot of respect for the artists that Pokemon hires. I think even in the bulk cards, there's always something to admire. And there's a lot of bulk cards that I just have kind of laying around in binders and such, simply because I thought the art was cool, even if their valuation is like 5 cents on whatever, like eBay or something like that. I just think the art is neat, that's all. And I think that's a part of the hobby that a lot of people just really pass over when they first get into it, because they see like it's not a full art card like this, and they're like, oh, it's probably worth nothing, and then they like shove it into a cardboard box, never to be seen again. I think that's just, it's disrespectful. Well, I think there's like, you know, sides to this. I think it's a little disrespectful to the artist to just pass over their art without a second glance. But on the other hand, if you're opening a lot of sealed product, yeah, you're gonna have like a gazillion cards. But I just think like at the very least, like actually look at the cards that you're opening, because I do see a lot of people online, especially just flipping through the cards without a second thought, and it's like, holy shit, do you like look at the cards at all? Do you like this franchise, or are you just here because sneakers weren't panning out for you and you want to make a quick buck?
That's by the way my grievance with the hobby, which is completely unfair because it's probably not even the most of the people. But yeah, it's the value hunting, because those are the same people who buy expensive, ugly ass sneakers to have them as their retirement fund.
Yeah.
Are we for real? Are we so for real about that?
Yeah.
That is absolutely horrifying, especially since this is not. I wouldn't say this is an unpopular. It's not even a popular opinion. It's just correct. The prices for these cards are a baby's first stock market, because it's bullshit. It's random and it can fluctuate for a million stupid reasons. So yes, some cards will always be rare because they actually just printed a handful of them and they're fucking special and they look pretty. Anything else? If they suddenly find someone's fucking drawer full of a quote-unquote rare card, your damn rare card is worth nothing anymore.
Yeah.
So, holy shit.
Yeah, it's crazy out there. It's also, the market is extremely manipulable. Like, extremely. Like, it's actually fucking pathetic how manipulable it is, and I have a lot of gripes against it. Not too long ago, there was a Drowsy card that was from the Scarlet Violet base set, I believe, and it got pumped to fucking hell because people just tried to artificially increase the price by buying up all the available like online copies off of eBay or something, and then they would relist those cards at like $30, which is like a lot more than it was originally, like before they started pumping, and then people started fucking believing it was a $30 card. Like, are we so for real right now?
Welcome to capitalism, stock market. It's the same shit, by the way. It's exactly the same shit. Just the stock market does it with food and water and medicine, you know?
Yeah.
The worst kind of shit, but it is literally the same.
So let this be a lesson to ye children getting into Pokemon TCG. If you were to ever get into Pokemon TCG, this shit is a fucking curse and it will radicalize you.
As it should. As a lot of things should. If anything, this show should radicalize you by now. It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. That being said,
I just like this Zekrom. Sorry,
it's
I just
really
cool. Zekrom.
It's really cool.
As an N, someone that's a really big N fan just pogged out of their fucking gourd with that one.
There's one grading service. One of the Powell brothers did something with it with the Charizard card, and now they're trying to grade manga. What?
Oh my fucking god.
What?
Grading cards is it's a scam, honestly. I say that with someone that literally has like 15 plus like slabs like on my desk right now, but it's fucking ridiculous how far it's gotten, and PSA in particular has gotten crazy greedy with grading cards. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really grade cards because I am looking for a 10 and I'm not looking to sell a lot of these. Like, you know, if I'm really in dire straits, sure, I'm okay with parting with a couple of them for maybe like a clean few $100. But for the most part, the primary reason I get these graded at all is because they are cool cards and I want them in a secure slab. That's literally it. If there was a service that would slab my cards and not like grade them, I just want them in a secure slab where nothing can really touch them, I would go for that in a heartbeat. But unfortunately, grading cards seems to, for now, be the only kind of way that you can get your cards like secured like that.
Wild.
I know.
That is.
And the turnaround time is like 3 to 4 fucking months, and there's been a slew of cases recently. Well, I don't know if it's a slew, really. Granted, I have been having a lot of like positive reinforcement kind of subliminal messaging over like Reddit and such, but I feel like there's been a lot of cases lately where like FedEx employees or like people at PSA have damaged or outright stolen cards and just not compensated the person that sent them in for the value. So yeah, I'm not sending any cards to PSA anymore, and neither should you if you're considering it.
That, I'm not surprised. But yeah, can we talk about that this is a level of bullshit at this point, that stealing cards is actually worth something? Like, people...
Yeah.
It's... delivery people shouldn't fucking steal shit. But at least in ye olden days, they did it for, like, jewelry or money that was sent for birthdays, you know?
Yeah.
Like... articles of worth, and hey, worth and price are it's bullshit either way. Hell, it's capitalism. It's not getting better, but that is so ridiculous.
It's a children's game, man. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they love to steal Pokemon cards from mail. I've actually, there's a, this is like a canon event for me, and it's embedded into my mind forever. But early on, I tried to send a nice Christmas gift to Dusk. I tried to send him like a couple of packs of Pokemon cards. My fucking bad, because I put something on the shipping label as like, oh, this has like cards in it, and at the time the hobby wasn't like exploding, so I thought it'd be fine. Yeah, it never fucking made it to him. I waited until April.
Yeah.
This was a Christmas gift. gift. I waited until April. I called USPS. I was like, hey, like, what gives? I sent this like a couple months ago, and then they were like, oh, well, it's coming back to you. And I was like, oh, like, was there a problem with the address? I fucking opened up the box, and everything's got nicked. Literally every single pack got stolen. They left like some bags of like tiny miscellaneous like worthless Lego pieces in there, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm gonna report this because that's fucked up. And I went through USPS because they cracked down on stealing like crazy. So I don't know. I guess like lesson learned, don't ever send something that isn't insured. Shipping was extremely expensive, so I did not get insurance, and that was on me. But also just don't ever say anything about there being cards in your fucking package, because some douchebag will nick them between the US and whatever country you're trying to ship it to. Yeah, I don't even know like what the point of that even was, because I'm sure none of those cards were like super, super worth it, honestly.
But they could have been, and that is the problem.
Yeah, that is the problem.
The problem.
I was very, very heartbroken over that. So I have just never tried to send anything Pokemon card related, unless it's like something that I feel like I could just buy again off of eBay. Like if it's a $20 card that I'm giving to someone as a birthday gift, for example, yeah, I'm okay with sending that through like USPS flat rate or something like that. But no international shipping, because everything is unaccounted for once it leaves the US apparently. And definitely don't say anything about there being Pokemon cards in your shipment, because some dickhead will nick it and just not like compensate you at all. And it happens at pretty much all levels of the shipping process too. So there's really no advantage whatsoever, unless you are selling like a high ticket item to ship anywhere outside of the country that you currently reside in. Oh my god.
The fact that Pokemon cards have now a value that even make it interesting to steal them baffles me.
I know, right?
That's because I had Pokemon cards as a kid, because I actually tried to learn the game. I don't know what happened with them. We probably threw them away. Got stupid now. That would have probably been a good chunk of money. But are we that?
Look at this Superior.
Sorry,
let's stop being mad for a second. Look at this Superior. Also, look at this Charizard. I'm sorry for being basic. I like Charizard X. I think it's cool. I also like shiny Charizard. I'm not like the biggest Charizard fan in the world, but you gotta admit, this shit's pretty cool.
I got one Pokemon card because Marsh sent it to me, and it's of my favorite Pokemon, and that's it. Which is? Shiny Umbreon.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Based, actually.
Right? Pretty based. And yes, it has to be shiny Umbreon for some reason.
This is my favorite illustration. I think this is my favorite promo of all time, this Oricorio.
It's so cool.
It's really fucking sick. The camera does not do it justice, but there is a good amount of texture on this card. It's because it's top loaded, but I got this from the same box that I got this playmat from, and it is beautiful. I honestly think the box was worth it just for this card alone, because it's so pretty. And Oricorio is not a Pokemon that gets a whole lot of love, so I was very happy to see it get some appreciation in this card.
That being said, let's talk about actually good collections, because what I love seeing on TikTok is, first of all, there are like one or two seller accounts who are really cool and also do live streams, and where people can actually like donate a certain amount of money to be like, hey, the next kid can have that as a budget if they want something, if it's out of their price range, which that is so cool. That is so amazing.
That's really nice, yeah.
Or that people just give them cards and be like, hey, the next one whose favorite Pokemon that is, just given to him. There are a lot of wholesome sellers out there who make it really cool for kids. And in that case, there's also one who looks at like really cool collections. And first of all, I love people whose collection is either just one of the same card a million times because it's kind of silly, banger, or it's just their favorite Pokemon in a million ways, also banger. Or it has a very specific theme. I saw someone whose whole collection is sleeping Pokemon. That's it. That is the
Yeah,
theme.
I saw that too. I thought that was really, I thought that was so cute.
What's like the coolest collection theme you've ever seen?
Ooh, that's hard. Someone who collected every card that was number 232. Wow, that's
Incredible.
incredibly specific.
Yeah, I love that.
That's really cool.
The old cards with apples. I saw that, or you sent it to me because a lot of times it's like that's not an apple, that's a berry, and it's a whole crash out. It's amazing.
Yeah. Online, I haven't really gone on TikTok, and I'm not really a person that like idly scrolls YouTube shorts. Like I just kind of see whatever's on my For You page on the home screen, and then I kind of click out of it after a while because I don't know, the constant stimulation kind of gets to me after a while. But I have seen a couple of collections online that have made me go like, wow, you're really dedicated. So one of them was a girl who just got the same Dedenne card like a gazillion times. And I like Dedenne. I think it's a cute Pokemon. I wouldn't call it my favorite, but it's cute. Yeah, I also follow this guy. I follow this guy that plays like in the competitive video game scene, and his favorite Pokemon is Dedenne. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. It's like my Yoshi's favorite Pokemon, you know? But yeah, so I saw that, and I thought that was really funny. Not too long ago, in person, I went to a card show, and there was a girl that had a binder that was like, one page was like this big. It was absolutely massive, and the entire binder was Numel of our Pokemon. And I was like, that is absolutely crazy. Like, how do you even acquire this many Numels? And like, it was a full binder too. Numel is not a Pokemon that gets a lot of cards to begin with, so it was just like 5 or 6 pages of the same card, and it was just like a fuck ton. It was just like a fuck ton of Numel cards, and I actually bought one of them from her just because I had to respect it, also because the Numel in question was illustrated by Yukamori. And another one that I saw online that that one was more impressive in the emotional sense than in the, I guess, like the physical collection. Well, it's both really, but if any of you are familiar with the series, should I open it or should I keep it sealed? It's a very well-known series from Deep Pocket Monster, who's a YouTuber. He actually did a video not too long ago about this man who had a really big like Umbreon master set. So if you're not familiar, a master set is basically just a binder with every Pokemon or every card in a certain set, and like it means every like card in that set. So sometimes you have to really hunt for some of them. So this guy had like an Umbreon master set. So every English Umbreon card ever made. And he unfortunately had to sell that to Deep Pocket Monster because he was going through something financially. But it was clearly a binder that he had put a lot of effort into. I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with what I'm talking about when I say that there's like a TikTok method where you print out a certain piece of art and you insert them into certain parts of the binder. So it's like an extended piece of art rather than cards, and you can theme it that way. This guy had that in his binder. It was clearly like, it was a very personal collection to him and something that he had put together with his child, I believe. And Deep Pocket Monster, he actually completed the set and gave it back to him. And I thought that was really impressive just from a personal point of view and also just from a collection point of view. That was really, really nice. I almost cried at the end, I'm not gonna lie.
I completely understand it. It's, I mean, that is ridiculously kind.
Pat's a good YouTuber. I really like his content, and I think he's done a lot I think he's a really good guy in general. He is one of the few like Pokemon YouTubers that I'm like, this guy's good. Like, this guy's a decent dude. He does a lot of giveaways, and they're just outright giveaways. Like, people don't even pay for shipping. They just kind of get their name drawn on like a lottery. And he just kind of just rips through cards, and then he puts them in a little thing and he ships them out to whoever wins the like packs or cards or whatever. And it's like, it's totally fair, and honestly, like, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. I like watching his content a lot.
This is how this should be if you are in the position to do that. Because what the fuck? Literally, most others, what the fuck's wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Especially if you have the option to make like a kid's day with just having cards of their favorite Pokemon and just giving a cheap one away.
Yeah.
doesn't hurt you, but that kid will remember that forever.
Yeah. I actually, I'm gonna talk a little bit about, I didn't get to cover this too much in my presentation earlier, but I'm gonna talk a little bit about my, my IRL job a little bit. So, some of you might be already familiar with this, but I am a teacher in real life. I teach a couple of classes. Well, I'm in a off day, I'm in some off weeks right now because summer. But when I'm in class, I don't do this nearly as often anymore just because, well, I don't really have the time in class, but what I used to do, what I'm still probably gonna do next year, is I actually just would not cards. I would rip packs in class, and I would give away cards that were not going into my personal collection away to whichever student wanted them. So I had some pretty strict rules around it, like each student could only get one card. Like if there's something is going into my PC, you gotta respect that, because sometimes like I'll pull like a snom like bulk card, I'd be like, that's mine, fuck you, like fuck them kids, like not like that, but yeah, if I pull like a snom card, it's mine. If I pull a trainer that I really like, it's mine. But anything else that I'm not like that I'm putting into my personal collection, it's going to the students. And I teach students that are like somewhere between the ages of like 8 and like 12. So that is like the exact kind of demographic that's like getting into Pokemon cards for the first time. And I just thought, like, you know, like I don't want them to get accustomed to buying sealed product and basically gambling. If I can do this is a fucked up way of thinking, but if I can do the gambling for them, then they'll see like that it's not all fun and games, but also like I get to give them like the cards that they think are neat, because kids have a completely different like perception of what's got value and what hasn't, and like a lot of the time it's just because, oh, like this Pokemon is cute, I would like that, and I'm like, okay, sure, it's yours. And some other times it's like, oh, like this Pokemon has an EX in its name, that means it's probably really good, right? And I'm like, well, actually that's kind of dog shit in gameplay, but you know what, I'll give it to you because I don't really care for this Pokemon too much, and I want to make you happy, and I want to make your day. So I have given away a good amount of cards. Very recently, for the end of the year, I actually took my trade binder. It's in the other corner of the room. I don't want to get it right now. It just have pages and pages and pages of EXs that I've pulled over the years, and I just gave away like 40 of those cards over the course of maybe like 3 days, because my students know that I'm an avid Pokemon TCG collector. I've gotten a good amount of questions from them about like, hey, can we see your collection? No, I'm not letting you see my personal collection that has like a bunch of fucking cards in it that I don't want your grubby little kid hands touching, but I will I will show you the trade binder that I have, and a lot of these cards, like, honestly, they're pretty playable, but I don't play those decks, so I don't really care. I am completely okay with giving them away for free, so I just give them away for free. I don't care. There's a couple of illustration rares in there that I have also just given away, even though their valuation probably is like $10 or something like that. But I had no intention of really selling them anytime soon, so I was like, I might as well just make a kid's day. Like, if they really like Wooloo, I'll give them the Wooloo. I don't care. Like, it's much more important to me that my students have a good time and that they get something from me, and they have good memories of this hobby, than it is for me to like hoard these cards, basically. So that is something I'm gonna take with me into the next academic year, I think. Although I have I have heard from other teachers where I work that kids are starting to bring Pokemon cards into their classrooms and trading there, and it's starting to cause a little bit of trouble. So I might have to scale it back a little bit. But I think, like, you know, I just want to make my students happy, and I think like if I can bring in some cards that are that I as an adult, I don't really consider them to be worth all that much to me, but if they're worth a lot to another kid, I would much rather that the kid have them and be able to, you know, appreciate that card, put like a small like bulk card in like a top loader and a sleeve. If they can appreciate it more than I can, then it's going to them. That's my principle.
Yeah, solid. Yeah, I have nothing to add to that. Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah, I mean, part of this is why I like my job, honestly. I just get to do silly stuff like this every now and again.
Yeah. That being said, oh my god, on the yapping show? Yeah, damn.
Yeah, I'm
fucked up.
I need a fucking Celsius.
Oh my god. Okay. What's your favorite trainer? Good question. Good question.
Okay, my favorite trainer, well, oh geez, I don't know. If you just fucking look at my Twitter from the past like 3 months, it's a total mystery. It couldn't possibly be that purple twink from ZA.
Is it the poison guy?
Yes, it's the poison guy.
It's the poison guy.
It's the poison
The
guy.
poison guy just resurfaced because of Z, who started playing, and I looked at him and was like, okay, sure.
I'm sorry!
Hey, I started to play Sun and Moon because of the bug guy. I have no
The what now?
excuse. The bug guy.
Guzma?
Yeah.
Oh, that actually, no, that checks out.
I know.
Sorry, I don't really, I don't, Guzma fans and fucking Crusaders are like a circle, man.
Yeah, well, I like my slouchy guy. This Guzma would be so tall if he would just stand straight for a second. Can we
Yeah.
talk about that? Jesus Christ. My dude.
Can you not be that loud?
Like, you're not.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's just true. It's just true.
Give me 1 second. Let me go get
One.
my Corbeau card. And by Corbeau card, I mean Corbeau cards, plural.
Of course.
These have been on a display like stand in my room for a while now, but this one I haven't decorated yet, but this is a full art. Pretty cool. I like him. I'm gonna decorate his top loader later. I just I haven't had the time lately. And this is the first Corbeau that I pulled from Ascended Heroes not that long ago, and then I put some stickers on him, and he's very bonita now.
adorable.
He's very cutie-ful. Also, I like Philippe for yaoi reasons. It's this guy. I like fat men!
And that is honestly a good decision, and we need more of that. We need a lot more
Yeah.
of that.
This guy is the subordinate of this guy. I'm gonna let you come to your own conclusions about why I like them so much.
Yeah. Understood. By the way,
Yeah.
guys, if you think, oh my god, I would like to go into a card collecting hobby, but I don't know what to do, and Pokemon or any others are not my thing. Did you guys know, I talked about this before when I got into it, did you guys know that ACEOs exist? ACEOs are trading card site original artwork from artists, and it can be anything. It can be anything, but you can put it in a binder, and it's original little artworks, drawing, paintings, whatever. I can also very
Oh
much.
yeah, those are neat. I really like custom cards, yeah.
I can absolutely recommend that. Because I have stupid little. I don't have Pokemon cards. I don't have Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I have little paintings in a binder. Because why the hell not?
That's really, I mean, honestly, that's a really good idea. I've seen a lot of people extend like the art of bulk cards. So let me get a bulk card, for example. So like this Rotom, this is Japanese, but this Rotom, for example, I've seen people like paint over like the text and everything and extend the artwork. And I think that's a really neat idea. I am not nearly artistically talented enough, but I have also seen people at card shows specifically with binders that have like specific, like people have painted on top of the binders to show off, for example, like their favorite Pokemon or their favorite trainer or like a certain theme or something like that. Those are really expensive. They're like $100, but I mean, honestly, it's not that different from getting just art commission in general. So it's not like an egregious amount of money to pay for art of that quality. I unfortunately don't have any examples on hand for me to show, but it makes me happy whenever I see that, because it just shows like, you know, people are in this for the art sometimes, and it's not just because XYZ card is like a gazillion dollars. Sometimes they just really, really like Jigglypuff or Mew or like whatever else Pokemon that you can think of.
Can we talk about that in general? Because I love also when people buy like cheap art prints from thrift stores and like start painting over it, or do that with Pokemon cards or whatever. I have a person on my TikTok feed who paints over the Pokemon and then makes them like very horror-esque in the
Oh wow.
that the one Japanese horror artist and yes, I say it like this because it's one person, the one guy, a lot of spirals, a lot of black and white art shit.
Shuji Ito?
Yes. It's like in that, it goes in that direction, and it's just white over the Pokemon and then morphed into like a monster version. It's incredible. It's so fun, and people get so angry about that. Jesus.
Why, man? It's just fucking. Whatever people do with their own cards is like their business. I see Marsh in the chat saying you did 3D cards. That is really neat. 3D cards is hard as fuck, bro. I see time lapses of these things being made, and I'm like, I have like shaky ass hands. I could literally never. So anybody that's able to make a card like 3D like that and like put it into something that's like decently like eye popping and actually like really good looking and not like a fucking butchered mess has my complete respect, because honestly, they need people like you in fucking hospitals as brain surgeons, bro. That requires a level of precision that I don't think, like, you need to train that level of precision. It's really, really intricate.
I agree. But yeah, that's a thing. People get mad what other people do with their what they own, what they paid money for, and that is so insane to me.
Yeah,
especially
like, who
if
fucking cares?
Especially if the argument is always, but think about the value. Honestly, I think it now has more value that someone spent like time and skills on it to make it cool.
Yeah. Like, fuck, I'm gonna be real. I'm not super keen on the Charizard from 151, for example, but if I see someone like cutting it out and putting it as like a 3D thing, holy fuck, I would pay a egregious amount of money for that, honestly, because it's got so much craft and care put into it, and like the art by itself is already pretty good, but just elevating it to that extent is just, it's amazing. And I really wish there were people that like did commissions for these things more often, but I just know in my heart of hearts I wouldn't be able to justify the amount of like money that would require out of me. But god, that's just crazy, and I really admire people that can do that, and it makes me very happy whenever I see one of those 3D cards on my feed.
Yes, it's insane. The skill is what is happening. How did we get here? It is insane. It is insane indeed. I'm kind of want to get to him, but I'm out of good scalpels and duplicate cards. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. But
well, Marsh, sorry for this might be a little unsolicited, but I don't know if you have any like local card shops near you, but if you do, I think something that could be a really good project and something that I've seen other people do with regards to 3D cards, 3D-ifying like bulk cards, like, you know, just popping out the little, it's going to be a lot more intricate because the art is a lot smaller, so I don't know how feasible this will be to pull off. But you could go to a local card shop and buy up some bulk for probably like 5 cents each or something like that, and just take whatever cards you like and you want to pop out into 3D and make it so that the rest of the card is flat, but the art like pops out of it. I've seen a bunch of people do that with the bulk cards in general that they really like, and the results are always really stunning. And I think arguably even more eye-popping than the full art ones, because there's like a focus to it, you know?
Yeah. Honestly, really good option.
Yeah, so I mean, if you have a local game store that has a bulk box, go for it.
I did it with bulk cards before. Yeah, perfect.
I would love to see the results of that.
Hey guys, did you know that if you commission Marsh for art, the poor frog can buy bulk cards and make Pokemon art? Just saying. Just saying. I'm looking at my notepad, and unfortunately, the shit I have left is the hard and heavy stuff. But I think it's important with that topic and hobby to actually talk about that.
Sure.
Especially as someone who is gambling coded.
Yeah.
Because my biggest grievance, and I have the same grievance with gacha, by the way, with gacha games.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. Because it is baby's first gambling.
Oh, yeah.
And I do not think people take that seriously enough in any fucking way. Because honestly, especially since a lot of parents, I will wait a minute because we're in an ad right now and I want people to hear. I want people to hear that because that might be important actually. Oh, we love ads here. We don't. We absolutely don't.
Probably a good thing that my AC started running literally as ads started.
AC goes brut.
Yeah. I sorely need it right now. It's warm out. How warm is it outside right now? Give me a second. It's not that warm. What am I I'm smoking penis. It's like 75 degrees out.
Oh god, what's that in normal people?
I don't know, like
75
high 20s
to C. 23, yeah, that's not that much.
I said high 20s, so I'm off the mark, but I'm in the same like interval of 10.
I hate the imperial system. Fahrenheit is bullshit. Thank I was not expecting. I'm smoking penis. Hey, you'll never know what you get here. That's the fun of the internet.
Can I be so for real? I have been watching this like Risk of Rain 2 like streamer lately called R&D Thursday, and he says that fucking constantly, and it's just been like ingrained into my vocabulary, and ever since then I've been like hankering for opportunities to say I'm smoking penis because it's just unreasonably funny to me for some reason.
I love that it makes no sense as a sentence, but because of the shape, it kind of still makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. And it communicates what it's supposed to communicate.
Yeah, exactly. When I say I'm smoking penis, you know exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know.
The vibe is there. I'm stealing that.
Lovely.
That.
Please don't.
Lovely. Now I have to hear it way more often. Marsh, if you say that next week on our day trip, I will bury you in a strawberry field.
Say it in German.
No.
Marsh, say it in German.
Especially since the word penis is the same in German.
Well, thank you for that information. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
Yeah, the pronunciation is different, but it's penis, so it's the same. It's literally the same.
Penis is the same.
Yeah. Do with that what you want. Okay, but we're back from the ads, and now let's actually go into the horrid topic of it.
Anti-gambling PSA, yes.
Yeah, anti-gambling PSA, because my big grievance with gacha games, loot boxes, especially. Okay, it's another thing if loot boxes in ye olden days, or especially what Overwatch does, is you get cosmetics and you get nothing else. You can still play the fucking game as it is. I hate when gacha games actually make you pay to get a higher chance to get cards or characters or whatever that you actually need to progress. That's horrible. Especially since it is so easy for kids to spend a lot of money and they have no idea what they're doing.
Roblox. I think Roblox is the biggest offender of this. I think like yes, like there's a lot of gacha games that do the same shit, and they're not off the hook because they're equally terrible for gating like progression behind your wallet. But I think Roblox is easily the biggest offender because they are like pretty explicitly targeted towards children.
By the way, someone who plays guys, do not play Roblox, because I love that you say the biggest offender, and I'm like, what isn't Roblox the biggest offender in? Let's be honest for a second. But yeah. I saw people, and probably kids, sell commissions for whatever the fuck Roblox currency exists, and I was like, why is that a thing?
I mean, to be fair, some of them might be like actual minors that don't have a bank account, so. Oh,
possibly. Still, that feels so wrong. on so many fucking levels.
Yeah, I'm not excusing it. I'm just giving a possible reason.
Yeah.
A lot of people that I see like taking commissions for Robux are not like legal adults that have their own bank accounts. They're like 14 and they don't have shit to their name.
Yeah, hi guys. If you're 14, please do not sell commissions for a lot of fucking reasons. Thank you.
Yeah.
Even if I understand, just don't. No, but the thing is, with games and the thing, you still that's the thing. You usually still need like some online payment, and if you are lucky, you do have access to that because you're a fucking child. So, and then you can just, or it lands on your parents' credit cards, and then you're in a lot of trouble for that. That's one thing. The thing with Pokemon cards is that every fucking elementary kid with pocket money can buy them. And that worries me so much, especially since most of them don't buy them to actually play the game, but to collect, and not collect in the cool way. But since they're all like, all that's thrown around with them is like the weird grind value mindset, is that they go through a lot of money for nothing. And it's
because
gambling.
They inherit it from possibly their parents and also people that they watch online, which is extremely scummy. And I think like parents that allow their children to get to that point should not have their fucking children. I have a lot of opinions on this, honestly, but I think for the most part, I think a lot of parents are not really supportive of like children spending a whole lot of money on Pokemon. And, you know, like if they do spend money on a couple packs, it's like because they got like straight A's at school or something. Well, that's just in my area, and that's just because I've been interacting with a bunch of parents of children that have been collecting Pokemon. Sometimes they turn it into like a family thing, and that's totally okay. If you want to start a collection with your kid, go for it. I'm fully in support of that, as long as you're being reasonable about it, and as long as you impress upon your child that this is ultimately gambling, and it would be a lot more fun, honestly, and a lot easier to go to a card show, for example, and just buy pretty illustrations that you see in binders for probably less than $5 each.
Yeah. Especially, and that's the other thing. Hi, people in my chat who are probably 99.9% neurodivergent. Do not pretend otherwise. The thing with neurodivergence is that the likelihood of going into addiction or addictive behavior is fucking high because you need the dopamine. Especially if you do not have access to therapy, medication, or, you know, support. And oh my god, sliding into financial ruin over Pokemon cards as a neurodivergent, as an undiagnosed or untreated neurodivergent person must be the easiest and also one of the most socially accepted addiction paths you can probably go.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because who will fucking stop you from buying those cards? No one will look at you weird.
It's not like physically damaging in the ways, for example, alcohol or smoking might be.
Yes.
Like there are programs in place to stop you from like sliding into alcoholism or a smoking addiction or something like that. Like there's health programs in place and everything for the most part. It's well known and well documented that those things are really bad. For gambling, I mean, it's there, I guess. Like if you go casino gambling and you're like losing money on slots, like yeah, there's programs for that too. But I think like this is another form of gambling that is really not like it's not well documented what this is doing, and I think that is in large part due to the fact that this is a relatively new hobby. Like the TCG has only been around about 30 years or so. So the
new hobby 30 years is a wild words in the year 2026.
Yeah, okay, listen, but in comparison, but people have been drinking alcohol since the dawn of time. People have been smoking since the dawn of time. By comparison, fucking Pokemon is like a baby, okay? I'm saying in terms of like addiction and how well documented it is. Yeah, but allow me a couple of minutes to say a couple things because I know like I have pretty much built my entire online identity around being the rat that gambles a lot. I will say this about my own financial situation and a word of caution against for people that are considering getting into this hobby. I am in this hobby and I buy sealed product and I gamble sometimes because it is within my financial means to do so. I do everything I can to remain financially responsible about it. I set strict limits on the budgets for myself. Whenever possible, I try to avoid buying sealed product, and when possible, I go to card shows to buy singles because I'm more likely to get things I like from those card shows, and it's just not a good feeling to spend $100 on a set, for example, and then just come up with absolutely nothing. That can happen. I will say, I can do that primarily because I am fucking terrified of falling into that kind of addiction. I know myself very well. I am a very impulsive person by nature. It is also why I have basically removed all like forms of payment from my phone because I know like if I spend like even $10 on a gacha, that's like enough for me to kind of spiral. So like I am exceedingly paranoid, honestly, of falling into that sort of addiction. And I realized that's like, oh, haha, like, why is the gambling rat saying that? Because my fucking gambling is on, like, Risk of Raid 2, okay? I get sad when I don't get a red, shut up. But, I'm saying all that because I think, like, not a whole lot of people understand, like, how gambling heavy this hobby is. It can be not gamble heavy if you take, like, steps to make it not so gambly. That was not a word. That was not a sentence that exists in fucking grammatically correct English, but whatever. But in any case, I'm doing this because I can, and I have done everything in my power to make sure that I can continue to keep doing this. I like collecting Pokemon cards. It is one of my favorite hobbies, and I love seeing the cards that exist. I get excited for new set releases. I like seeing people pull like chases, and I like getting those chases myself. But it is not central to this hobby. It should not be central to this hobby if you get into it. Gambling should not be central to it. It can be like a fun little thing that you do on the side. If you see like a pack for like $5 on the side, and you're like, yeah, sure, why not? I might as well like buy one, and it's within your means. It's like a little treat, no more than a cup of coffee. Go for it. But, you know, be very, very aware of just how much you are putting into the gambling aspect of this hobby. And if possible, allot as much of your hobby budget to buying singles rather than buying sealed product. Because I promise you, you are going to get a lot more value, just personally, enjoyment-wise, out of those singles than you are going to get out of sealed product. And the only real exception to that is if you are a genuine player of the game and you need the new, like, physical cards from the set in order to construct the deck, then yeah, go buy sealed product because that's what it's there for. But if you're just in this hobby to collect and look at the pretty cards, you should be very, very aware of just how much money you are gambling on versus how much money you are buying things with. And by buying things, I mean like buying things from like eBay or something. You're buying things to keep. You know what you are getting, basically. I'm gonna emphasize once more that I have a lot of disposable income that I can afford to spend on this hobby. That's why I do. But this is not the situation for everybody. Please be like 100% aware of your situation. If you are sharing finances with anybody, I don't know how much people this applies to. If you're sharing finances with anybody, if you are at all financially dependent, I would caution you against joining this hobby just because I've seen people spend like a fuck ton of money on trading card games, gachas, and stuff like that, and they work their relationship into absolute ruin because their partner will like wake up and see a $40,000 fucking charge on their credit card, and they're like hella in debt, and it's because their fuckhead of a spouse just spent like that much on basically shiny cardboard. So yeah, just be really, really aware of that. That's all I have to say on that matter.
Yeah, and it's really, really important because this is one of the hobbies where you actually very, very much should talk about the bad side, because the bad side is so easy to get into. It's very
strong. Yeah, it's strong and it's easy.
Yeah,
and it's normalized. That's the scary part. It's so normalized.
That's also yes, we all need more dopamine in these trying times of the last decade, because what the fuck's going on? I completely get it. This is also, by the way, why I think why we got so many roguelites and roguelites at the moment. Because first off, you get a little gacha in there. If what do you get? But also you get to repeat things and get better at it. You know, the easiest way to feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
Which is fine. And then you have hobbies like this, or like any gacha or any mobile games you can so easily spend money on. Especially with one tap of your phone. Because online paying is even worse for for any of these hobbies. Because you have no idea what you're actually buying or how much you're spending. Especially if you're in a bad place and then you just do it and you do not think about it. Get your Pokemon card back. Yeah, that's the thing. If you get like every few days, if you get a coffee from whatever coffee shop for $5, well, you can skip one and buy a Pokemon pack because you would have spent this money either way. Other than that, yes, please set yourself a limit. Also, when you go to card shows, set yourself a fucking limit.
Oh yeah, I actually, sorry for interrupting, but I do want to say something about what I do when I go to card shows. And what I do is I actually go to the bank and I withdraw a certain amount of money in cash.
Yes.
So I have that money in cash in my wallet and I only pay in cash. And there's a couple of benefits to this. First of all, there's a physical limit to it. I can't just keep like Venmoing people and then I just like work myself into a $500 bill at the end of the day, right? There's that, yes. But also, you can actually work yourself into a couple of good, like, better deals at card shows because you can just be like, oh, like, you know, this would be $23. Can I work it maybe into 20 because I only have this 20 and I would like to just get this out of the way, right? And it's easier to pay that way. A lot of vendors will be accommodating to that, and as a result, you'll get a little bit of a discount. So yes, bring cash only to card shows if possible. If there's something that you really want and it's like a high ticket item and it's within your means to get it, then sure, but you should only really be getting like one of those items like per show, if even that. I've never really gotten a card that is worth more than like $20 at a card show personally, but I know there are people that do, and that's totally okay if it's within their means. But yes, card, like cash only, if at all possible, and just make sure that you know how to haggle also, because a lot of these people will fucking scalp you.
Yes.
But yeah,
also look at the cards for a second, because if there's a little scratch or a little dent, you might be able to just haggle down. By the way, the cash only is also perfect for any convention you're going to or the Ren Fair.
Yeah.
It helps so much to not completely overspend.
Yeah. And it's like the money, if you're withdrawing from a bank, like the money's already gone from your account pretty much. So like that's your money to spend now.
Yes.
I mean, like you should just apply like artist alley rules to card shows, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very much so. Very, very much so.
Speaking of which, I've actually let me fetch this for a second. But there's a couple of card shows in the area that actually have a couple of these artists around, and sometimes they'll sell, like, it's not just cards. They don't sell cards necessarily, but they'll sell like little trinkets. Like for example, I did a little, yes, I know this is more gambling, but listen, I was okay with any result that I got, so it's okay, technically, but I got these from, like, a little gachapon thing. There's, like, a little Jirachi keychain, and there's cute little for alligator that I got,
really
and this
cute.
little
Holy shit.
lesbian cat Espeon. But yeah, these are keychains that I all got from a card show, actually, so if you find anything like that, then support your local artists. I think it's really nice to see them just hanging around, especially because AI art is fucking obnoxious and it's everywhere in this hobby as well. Just with so many vendors like using AI art to promote themselves, which avoid those vendors at all costs, obviously. But you know, whenever you see like a genuine human artist like posting up shop in a card show like that, support them if it's within your means to do so. Like, I think it's just really neat that they have the space to do that. And also, just I like Pokemon art in general, Pokemon fan art. I like seeing people make these like auriful like creatures into like little moblobs. I've seen people like weebify like Giratina or something like that.
I think that is, by the way, a good thing to, if for every gacha or blind box situation, if most of the options, you can always dislike one or two. But if most of the options are something where you would like be, oh yeah, that's actually cool, I like that, then you can go for it. But if you look at this and you're like, I like one, run, go away, do not fucking do this. This is the other thing. Blind boxes.
Just buy directly.
Blind boxes are also another thing where I'm like, everyone and their grandma, every fandom has a stupid ass, mostly fucking ugly blind box situation going on. And people are so horrendous about it because Pokemon cards are one thing. That's a bit of cardboard. If you buy a lot of them, it's still not as environmentally damaging. If we talk about collector figurines or whatever other bullshit, and you buy, I don't know, 50 of those because you need one specific one, the likelihood that those people throw away the rest of it is so high. Just fucking don't do it. It's not worth the dopamine. That's the other thing. Guys, if you do it for the dopamine, find other ways to get your dopamine. Because that's
just
not
buy
worth
the
it.
figure directly. Like, I promise you, yes, it might have like a higher like price on paper, but I promise you the money that you're gonna spend gambling to get that one thing that's potentially like $500 is gonna exceed that money that you would spend just on buying the thing straight up. That's also another reason why I've largely moved away to buying singles, because I've woken up, I've been like, I'm just never getting the thing that I want from however many packs. And, you know, if I get lucky, I get lucky, but I'm not going to get lucky a lot of the time. So therefore, I'm just going to find whatever card I want on eBay and just buy that instead.
Also,
it's always better to pay money for something that is guaranteed, that you know is going to be in your possession, than gamble on a chance of that thing appearing.
The only mystery boxes I like is also, it's actually also Artist Alley if I like the artist style. Because high chance is I still support the artist. And if there's something I really don't like, one of my friends will. One of my friends will probably think this is the cutest thing ever, and then it's theirs.
Yeah.
It can be that easy. It can be that easy.
Like, that's, like, I do indulge in some gachapon from time to time when I go to Artist Alley specifically. Just because, like you said, like, I just like supporting the artist, and also, like, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna like everything that's on the list, so I'll be happy with whatever I get. Yeah, so I'm gonna be happier with, like, you know, one of these options over another, but I'm not gonna be angry that I got any of them. Like, Feraligatr, for example, is not my favorite Pokemon ever, but it is really cute, and also I have a friend that really loves Feraligatr, so, why do I keep saying Feraligatr? Fucking Totodile, what am I doing? I'm smoking penis. Also, there's another, blind box style that I like. Hold on, let me get him. I went to Japan a couple months ago, and they have these, like, Pokemon, blind box sort of things. They're like little figurines, kinda, but they're so stinking cute. This is a little Fido that I got from one of those blind boxes. Isn't it so cute?
Oh, that's adorable.
I know, right? And everything in this, like, box set is, like, in this style. So it's got, like, a really cute little Pokemon, and it's, like, in, like, a cozy, like, house setting. And I was gonna be okay with literally anything that I got, but I especially wanted the Fido because, again, that's my stupid industry plant plushie-baked dog, and I love him very much. But, I really love this little figurine so much. It's so cute!
Oh, I also love, by the way, because that's, I think, the only Pokemon figurine board I have is the sleeping Pokemon on the little bean bags.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
I have a little Meowth. It's ridiculous. It's cute, and it's cute every damn time. And I think there's almost no Pokemon where I would look at Mala. You can't do this to me when I have a guest.
What? Oh no! It's fucking Northern Lion, bruh!
I can't wait to make this redeem so ridiculously expensive with my 2.0.
Man, you're gonna be bald in fucking HD.
I will be. I'm scared to see my new model bald for the first time because my new model art is so exquisite and brilliant. I'm so scared. I hate that I...
Sorry. Sorry to interrupt. I looked over at like the side of my room and I just realized I need to show everybody something, and you'll understand why I'm showing you this the moment I bring it on camera.
Oh my
Hold on.
god. But yeah, oh,
Yep.
that is stinking cute.
Isn't it?
That is stinking cute.
Honestly very lucky that this little Rosator, I think I got this at Offkai. I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Is it Gomi? My brain wants to...
No, it's not Gomi. I got this at Offkai. So, like, probably an American artist. I'm sorry, I don't remember their name. I'm sure someone does. But I got this little Rosator card holder, and I was like, I need to put a Pokemon card in this. So I looked through my collection, I found a little Paris. I was like, I'm gonna put this in there.
That was the only correct answer, honestly.
Yes. It was gonna be this, but I don't have a Volcarona illustration rare, unfortunately. But I do have a Larvesta in my binder. But it felt right to put Paris in here. Yeah, that's just true. Yeah, so that's hanging on my wall as like a little display piece. And while I'm looking at my wall, I also have this little Chinese, like, this is from a Chinese set box or something like that. It was like you pay for, and then you inside the box is like this little keychain lanyard sort of. I don't really know what this is. This thing, this like luggage tag sort of thing. I think it was this one was Eevee centered, but I think there's other ones that are, I want to say like Pikachu centered or something like that. Anyway, I don't quite remember, but there's this little luggage tag, and then the promo card that came with it was this really cute Eevee card with Bill in the background. I don't remember what set this equates to in English, but it is just such a cute card and such a cute little luggage tag in set. I really like this a lot. I like products like this where it's like functional as well.
Yes. Oh god, that's I wanted to say hate to plug my own 2.0, but I'm not. It's my channel. I can do what the fuck I want. Hey guys,
you can do whatever you want.
July 18th is my 2.0 debut. Plus merch, and that's how I got here. Because a few items of my merch are actually usable, and maybe that's also keeping me from a lot of collecting. Is I like my shit to be usable merch. Yeah. There will be a standee, there will be a pin, there will be a keychain, you know, your usual off the rack VTubers thing, but it's all made out of wood, because that's the quality we're talking about. I will have a wood standee. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Let's fucking go.
It's so good. It looks so good. The artist fucking cooked. It's insane. But yeah, there will also be like outdoor mugs, like enamel mugs, and a tote bag, because I want people to be actually able to use my shit.
Dude, tote bags are fucking sick.
Yeah, tote bag with my logo and an enamel mug, because I wanted a mug that is actually sturdy, and if it falls on the floor, you don't have to cry because it's shattered. That would
First EN fan with a drink vessel. That's merch. Yeah, I like fork pounding kitsch. Sorry.
Hey, I like mugs. I always liked mugs, and I was like, okay, what are we doing merch wise? It's my first merch drop. What are we yapping about?
I just know someone in chat has like 5 mugs just sitting around on their desk. Take a step back from stream and go wash those, you filthy bastard.
That's all.
Thank you, Dusk. Thank you. Also, I fucking hate that I actually had to go to my 2.0 artist and be like, okay, for some fucking reason, me being bald is very important to my community. I need a bald toggle. I hate that I had to have this conversation. It's not fun. It's really not fun, believe me, guys. It's not cool.
Can't believe I don't have a bald toggle. I should draw myself bald.
You should have a bald toggle.
No, wait. I don't know how that would work with the animal ears. Would the animal ears also be bald?
Yes, there's one VTuber, but I don't know what her name is, but she has like bat ears that also are completely flashy with the bald toggle. It's incredible. It's perfect.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's horrific. I need that.
It is completely horrific. But yes, Do it. I think everyone should have a ball toggle. VTubers do not have ball toggles are fucking cowards. We like using your bald head as a flashbang. Yeah, fuck you too. It also doesn't help that I have bald and more bald. No, consider your ball toggle turns you into a PNG.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that next time I stream in like 500 gazillion years when fucking the next Roar 2 DLC releases. Actually, the next time I stream is not gonna be that far away. I do actually have an extreme plan. Yeah.
Well,
don't get your hopes up. I know, for those of you that were around last year, I know I did a whole, like, lore thing for my birthday last year. That's not gonna happen again this year. I just don't have I'm way too fucking employed for that. I am gonna be streaming on my birthday, so that's in, depending on your time zone, that's in, like, 3 or 4 days.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I am actually gonna be, I know we just went through a whole talk about anti-gambling, and that still stands, but, I did treat myself to a little booster box of the newest set from Chaos Rising, which, has a fuck ton of these cards, and I like Philippe, so I am gonna be ripping that, and I'm also gonna be talking about, you know, just where I've been lately, because, I have not been anywhere, except for Discord. I have largely been radio silent, so I'm gonna be explaining exactly why I was gone for so long, and how things are going to be going moving forward, because you know, I might as well, right? It's my monthly catch-up stream or whatever. I would really like to see you guys there. If you want to come on by, say hi, wish me a happy birthday. I'm finally developing a frontal lobe at 25, so big plans.
Hi Raiders, welcome in. How you doing?
Hi. Look at my Krabubu card.
Hi, Daddy. How was Horizon Zero Dawn? How was it? Hi guys, Amelia, your local sunset collector of good stories, keeper of secrets, and today it's a Hydrafixation day, and I have a rat in my tavern who's talking about Pokemon cards, because this is how shit goes here. It was so fun, that's good to know. Also, Raiders, if you need to raid and run, if you need to put in some self-care, please fucking do this. This is important. Other than that, we already yapped 2 hours about Pokemon cards. We saw a lot of Pokemon cards, and we talked about gambling. Please, kids, don't gamble.
Yeah.
An actual real human hand, I know. It is a premiere on a Hydrafixation episode. We did not have a hand cam yet. We had a flash tuber, not a hand cam stream.
I'm doing, like, interpretive dance with my hands.
Some Naruto hand
I don't know how to
thingy.
do the Naruto, sorry. I mean, is this a safe space to make a confession?
Depends on the confession, but sure.
It's really not. I was just gonna say I've never watched Naruto in my life.
That's kind of impressive, actually.
Yeah, I know.
That's impressive that you somehow got through that.
I know. Well, the reason why is a lot worse.
Oh, okay.
It's because I was hyperfixating on Hitalia when I was 12.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was impressed for a second, never fucking mind, now I feel bad. I now no longer know the man I'm dating. Well, that's I'm sorry that you learned I'm sorry that you learned it that this way.
What are you talking about? We literally, fucking Dusk and a mutual friend of mine had a conversation about this, and they showed me, like, fucking Sasuke's older brother, and they were like, you'd really like this guy if you ever watched Naruto, and I was like, you're probably right, but I never fucking, I managed to dodge it for, like, my entire anime formative phase.
And yeah, I'm genuinely a bit impressed about that, but let me. Oh my god, that is not.
Sorry, I was 12. Okay, I'm not part of that anymore. I've reformed. I'm better now. Well, no, I'm not because I'm a VTuber fan, but I'm better now.
Oh, so what do you mean you didn't see SpongeBob?
I didn't watch SpongeBob that much when I was a kid. I don't know what to tell you.
Huh.
Yeah, my mom didn't like it, so I just never watched it.
Honestly fair. That
the reason for that is a lot more simple than the reason why I never watched Naruto.
Any other confessions of media you've never seen that you maybe should have?
Media that I've well, I mean, this isn't as big, but I've never watched One Piece.
Me neither.
But I guess a lot of people haven't, so I don't think.
Yeah,
that's
you're in a
big.
you're in a safe space. I will never watch One Piece. You're fine.
Yeah. What's another like huge anime that 90% of people have watched?
A good question.
I
think I've never really watched Dragon Ball.
Well, I mean, Dragon Ball has like a gazillion things. Bleach? Yeah, well, I read the Bleach manga. I feel like that counts.
Never watched Bleach.
FMA? No, I've watched FMA. I watched the original FMA, not Brotherhood.
I need to rewatch Brotherhood.
Yeah, that probably Dusk is about to assault my DMs in T minus fucking 0.5 seconds. I've only finished one Pokemon game and it feels yet. Yeah.
Well, honestly,
I got really close to finishing Sword Shield, but I'm gonna be so for real right now. I think I got past the Raihan battle, and I was like, I've seen all that I've needed to see. I have my little Snom, and I have met Raihan, and I'm good. I'm just gonna subsist on Rayleon fanfiction for the next eternity.
Honestly, okay, I don't know if that's relatable, but I played the first Pokemon game. My first Pokemon game was Yellow, for some fucking reason. I played Yellow, I played Silver, and afterwards I think I've never finished a Pokemon game, and I have no idea how little kid me actually managed to finish a Pokemon game without any big problems, because fucking honestly, it's now easier to level and all that shit. Right now, if I would start a Pokemon game, I would fucking cry probably and take 1,000,000 attempts to actually finish it. What's up with that? Am I the only one?
Dude, I'm gonna be so for real. I like know next to nothing about the VGC. I know a fair amount about the TCG. I know next to nothing about the VGC scene or like anything about like what's meta in there. My only exposure to the VGC is Shade Vieira and also my friend Kyo, who does VGC stuff occasionally. And sometimes the two of them just say fucking things, and I'm like, you might as well be speaking Greek to me. I don't know what the hell you're saying. And that's like, that's, you know what? That's just how it is. When I say something about how Dragon Ball is literally Satan, like, not everybody can understand that. That's cool. I mean, we all sound like that to someone out there.
That's also a thing. Of course, I grew up on German Pokemon, and Pokemon names are very fucking different. Yeah. So not only do I barely know any Pokemon right now, like the new ones, I look at a lot of them and I'm like, I have never seen you in my fucking life. But then I also don't know the names of anything because my brain is so ingrained in German Pokemon names. People can tell me Pokemon, even if it's like the first 250, and I'm like, huh? Who? What? Who are we yapping about? It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, and my brain is also refuses to learn the English names. I'm happy I'm happy that you showed cards, because I was like, yeah, I know that. Names? Who the fuck's that? Never heard of that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, it does also help that they literally just have the names of each thing on the thing.
It took me 25 years of life to realize half the puns of the English Pokemon names. Yeah. Yeah, that is, yeah.
Hey, I don't know, would you say that we're kind of coming up on the end of our time here, Helia?
Sure.
Sure? I don't know if you have any other questions that you want to get out of the way. I do have a, small
true.
sticker right here with me.
Yeah, remember that one? Remember that one? Remember the, hypocritical behavior, but yeah, sure, let's go.
Yep. Okay, but listen, this tin is really cute, and I just want everybody to look at it. Thank you.
It is really cute tin.
I like Zorba. This is Ascended Heroes. There are 2 of these packs in here, and there's a little. These come with a little like sticker. Yeah, so
someone cued a clip when the red said, "Yeah, I'm not buying sealed."
Listen, this was okay. This was like $10 from Pokemon Center. Okay, it was a little treat for myself. and just survived a really hard week.
See, you can't have good opinions and
went
still be
over
a
for, like,
fucking
a
hypocrite,
week.
people. It is what it is.
Listen, there's nothing to listen to. Don't listen.
Yeah,
actually.
no. So come on.
Anyway, look at Zora.
It's so cute.
Who the fuck cares about Crammer? And we're all Zora girlies in this house. But yeah, I'm just gonna do as I say, not as I do. Listen.
Yeah.
If I pull another full-out Corbeau out of this, I'm gonna freak my shit.
Yeah, then we have to end stream immediately. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So these code cards are in every. I'm not going to show this because I'm going to redeem it later. But these code cards are in every pack, and basically they contain a little code that you can redeem in Pokemon TCG Live, which is the online client for the actual game. So that's why sometimes you'll see people like showing off these codes on pack rippings or something like that. So people that do actually play the game can redeem those codes. Funnily enough, I did find one of these cards at like a coffee shop that I went to because someone just had a bunch of bulk like Pokemon cards laying around, and I redeemed it and it actually fucking went through. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of rip through this and show you guys what's inside a typical pack, which is usually fuck all. I really like this Totodile. Look at him. He's very cutie.
He's very cute on his little stream. That is actually.
What? Come on. This is a very, very playable card. This is like core to a lot of decks. It's very funny that I pull this in this set because it was a lot more expensive. Fuck you. It was a lot more expensive when it was Ascended Heroes exclusive, but now that it's in a bunch of other sets, it's not as pricey anymore, but it's pricey because it's very, very playable. So I'm gonna put that aside, I think. What do you mean you had that sitting on your stack for I didn't know! I didn't know. I already had 4 Pokepads, okay? That's like a deck legal amount. Here's Diglett. Oh, Team Rocket's Diglett. My bad. Wormpole. I like this art style. It's so
I love this very flat colored doodle thing. It's so cool.
right? It's so cutie. Slazzle. Slazzle's not my favorite, but I do like this art. At least another extremely playable card. Bayleaf! There's gotta be some Chikorita fans out there, I'm sure.
I'm very much a plant starter person.
Uh-huh. I don't know why I said uh-huh like that was something I knew beforehand.
Yeah, also whatever that says about me. Someone please tell me what that says about me.
I'm sure it says something about you, I'm just not sure what. Galarian Obstagoon, Drakloak. This is also a part of why Dragapult is actually literally Satan, because it has an ability that basically means you can kind of shuffle your deck around a little bit and manipulate it to some extent. And the last one is Team Rocket's Honchkrow. He looks so silly. Okay, that was pack 1. Yippee!
Woo!
Pack 2. I'm not too hopeful that I'm gonna get anything good out of these, but you know, that's what the anti-gambling PSA is for.
Oh, by the way, what's the art style you really want Pokemon cards or like a series into? Ooh.
Sorry, what was the question?
What's like an art style that you really like to see some Pokemon cards in, or who's an artist who you really think needs to make Pokemon cards?
Oh, I don't know about artists that I really think should make Pokemon cards, because I'm gonna be real with you, a lot of the artists that I admire already are in the Pokemon like card like scene. So that's kind of hard for me to answer, so I'm just not going to. But art styles, I am a really big fan of those cards that have something like it's a photograph of something physical. So I just showed a bunch of Yukamori cards earlier. Those are clay. There's another artist named Asako Ito, and she actually crochets her Pokemon cards. And, well, not crochets. What's it called? Like amigurumi. I'm sorry, I don't know what the term is called. But in any case, they're made out of yarn, and she like sculpts them out of that, and then she photographs them in like a certain setting, and that's what her cards are like. And
insane.
that's another artist that I'm collecting as well. Yes, amigurumi, that's what I was thinking of. Yes, but yeah, I just really like that style of like Pokemon in the real world. I really think it's really neat. The Snom card that I showed earlier, I do believe that's also something else that was sculpted, because you can kind of vaguely see some transparent string around the little like Snom. But other than that, I can't really think of any artists besides those two that are doing that sort of physical in-setting photography. So I'd really like to see more of that. That's my answer, I would say.
Good answer, honestly.
Yeah, I am also really fond. This is like a whole rarity on its own, so I don't really think it's something that I would say I want to see more of just because it already exists. But I am a huge fan of this sort of comic style that they're going with for the mega art rares in the ZA era. I think they're really cool looking. It's a really neat callback also to when they were printing cards like this in XY. When they had the attack in Japanese or English, depending on the language that you bought the card in, just across the Pokemon, and that I don't know, I just think it's neat. I think it's really neat that they have the really bright poppy style, and I think it's really cool that they're printing more of those, especially as promos as we move further into the Mega era. Chikorita!
There it is. Baby.
Baby! The baby! Night Stretcher, another extremely playable card. I think I already have 4 of these in the deck, so I'm gonna put this aside. I'm sure there's someone out there that's a really big Larry fan.
Maybe.
Fucking... What do you mean flashback to the Chikorita cooking video? Hello?
Oh god.
I have the feeling I know what you're talking about, but... Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucking Larry has a Kamala, I guess. I haven't played Scarvio. I don't know what this guy's like. A lot of people ship him with that other old man from Sword and Shield, and I support that. I don't know. I like old man Yowie. Glazing Zadoon.
I like that weird little thing. I like it.
It's so I think the word scrunkly is very overused these days, but this thing really does look quite scrunkly.
It does.
It does. Cynthia Spiritomb, this is another one of those cards that like it belongs to a certain trainer. So you have the little icon there.
That's one of those. This is category of Pokemon where I'm looking at it and I'm like, no, just leave my house. The fuck are you?
Mimikyu.
I have no opinion on Mimikyu. Also, thanks, Kai, for the hydrate. I will hydrate.
I like Mimikyu. I think he's funny. Vigavolt, I have no real opinion on this guy. I didn't even realize Charjabug had an evolution, if I'm going to be honest. I like Charjabug. Charmeleon, okay, we gotta get the obligatory fucking Charizard line in there. Cynthia's Gabite, fucking Gabite. Yeah. And we're all gonna be really mature about this, guys, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially on this channel.
The end card. From. Let me get this sleeved up first of all, because this is actually this is the hit.
I don't know.
It's actually playable.
Was it Zizi's? It was probably Zizi. Zizi's Pokemon streams are the only ones I'm watching. I think it was that one or anyone else. I don't know. I don't want to slander names. But before a fight, I heard like a few times one and after the sentence, I should have PP'd up. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, no, this is actually playable though.
I know. And I was like, oh, that's what you mean. Okay, that makes sense. But I was listening to it. I did something else, and then you just hear a very sobby, I should have PP'd up. I was like, yeah.
The crazy thing is that because the Ends Pokemon deck is still decently good, it sees some use in real competition, right? And as a result, because the announcers or the commentators, they have to say the full name of the card every single time. So they have to say Ends PP up every single time.
Oh my god, that is,
More PP from him? Yeah, I bet.
That is even funnier. That is even better, holy shit.
I've seen, yeah, I know this because I guess I got this pinged onto my For You page or something like that. I saw like a commentator from for Pokemon that was like, yes, we do have to say the name Ends PP up every single time. No, we cannot substitute it with like Ends Vitamins or something like that. We have to say Ends PP up, otherwise we get kicked out of our jobs. And I'm like, oh my fucking god.
That is as worse as walking in customer service and having to say a stupid tagline every time you have a new customer. That is the
or like being in an American burger restaurant and being like, yeah, I want the fucking sloppy toppy. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah. Also, thank you, Kai, for the 7th stream streak. That's a low stream streak, Kai. What's happening here? You could do more. What the fuck?
You're here forever.
I'm so grateful for the 2 people. That's insane. Why am I getting bonked now? What the fuck? What the?
I don't know why you're getting bonked. I support it, but I don't know why you're getting bonked.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Cool. Thank you. So nice. So nice. I forgot a question on my list. I just saw.
Huh?
What's like a Pokemon card art theme that you really want to see in a future drop?
Ooh, I don't know about like theme in particular. You mean you twink? Really funny thing to say to someone. Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know about,
welcome to the other part of VTubers I hang around. Shit like that. Horrifying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I expected.
I mean, you smoke
like,
penis. That's happening there.
Yeah. True. That's okay. That's fair enough. I can't say anything. I would like to see more. I don't know. I'm kind of just like seeing where like the sets go really in terms of like what Pokemon they decide to feature. Japanese just got a set centered around Mega Darkrai, which I think looks fucking goofy, but the Mega Darkrai SIR is illustrated by Akira Egawa, so I do kind of want it. Unfortunately, it is $600, so I'm not going to be buying it directly. And I don't know when I'm ever going to get packs of that, if at all. So if it lands in my lap, it lands in my lap. But I would really like that card, yes. I don't know about Pokemon that I would want to see like a set themed around in the future. I guess Scolipede. I like Scolipede. I don't really know what other megas they still have to knock out from this ZA.
Fair.
I like Scolipede. I want Venipede to get more illustration rares because I really like Venipede. That's it. I really don't know. There's not a whole lot of things that I'm like, yeah, I really, really want this certain Pokemon to get like a whole like set themed around it or anything, because the Pokemon that I like are by and large like pre-evolutions or like little wee-wees that are like not at all gameplay viable. Or they don't have like, or they're not like significant enough to get like entire sets themed around them, which is fine. I'm happy with my Snom card, the singular Snom illustration rare that I have, and that's probably ever going to be printed, and that's fine. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I like what they're doing in terms of rarities for the Mega. Wee Wee Buddha's making people smoke phallus. That is true. And I do like the
sentence I had to read.
Listen, Voodoo is one of those things that's like, it looks like a baby, but it's actually fucking demonic because it locks you out of using items for like the turn.
Oh, and that's disgusting.
Yeah. And the best part is it has no retreat cost and it has no energy cost. So basically, you get to smack someone for 10 damage and also lock them out of like 60% of their deck for free.
Jesus Christ.
And even if you kill the Voodoo, like, that's only one prize card out of 6 that you have to take. I'll get Pokemon cards once they make a better Chandelure. Well, guess what? You're in luck, because they just released a Chandelure in the Japanese Abyss Eye. They literally just came out with a Chandelure, Mega Chandelure SIR, so, yeah, that exists for you.
See, all I wanna see for Winds and Waves releases is Pokemon and floaties. Thank you.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like full illustration Pokemon in silly little floaties. Just imagine, and not the baby Pokemon. I want like the big ones.
I want to put Lapras in a floaty. Well, Lapras is already a floaty, but I don't know what Pokemon would I put in a fucking floaty.
I don't know. I want like the serious chunky Pokemon with floaties and little
Garchomp.
For example,
Salamence.
I want them. Yeah, I mean the swimming ones kind of don't work. That's kind of difficult. See now we're the whole problem of
Put Persian and floaties. I agree.
Yes. But only...
I want Pombon. I know Pombon is a wee-wee, but I want Pombon in a float. Well, honestly, I feel like Pombon could float on its own. Look at that thing. It looks fucking buoyant.
I want bullshit like Geodude on a floaty.
Geodude. That would be so epic, dude.
Every time I read Persian, on one hand I agree because Persian is absolutely beautiful, but one Persian version is also my absolutely most hated Pokemon of all time, and no one will ever dethrone that.
Why?
Alolan Persian.
Oh.
Is an
I can see
absolute
why.
disgrace. What did they do to my beautiful cat? Why does it look like Garfield, like blue Garfield ran into a wall? What happened?
Wait, give me a second. Since Persian got brought up, I need to take this card out 1 sec.
Genuinely, I hate Alolan Persian. I love Persian. Persian and Meowth are fucking cool. Like, but what is wrong with it? It had an allergy, got stung by a bee. Yeah, and then ran against the wall. See, this is perfect. I would want this Pokemon card. This is beautiful, atmospheric.
I like Kitty. I like Kitty.
Yeah. Also, because Persian is an absolute beautiful cat. Like, it's barely a Pokemon, but it's a really beautiful cat. Galarian Mouth is one of my favorite. Which one is Galarian Mouth again?
Is that the one that's like Berserker? It's the really poofy one. Wait.
Oh,
also, I think I kind of glossed over this earlier, but this is what I was talking about earlier with the Amigurumi Pokemon.
Adorable.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I hate Galarian Mouth. It's not as bad, but holy shit. Alolan Persian should have gotten neutered. It should have gotten shot. I'm
Holy shit.
Yeah, I hate that thing. I hate that thing so much. It's a bit
Oh my god.
Yeah, I unreasonably hate that Pokemon.
Also, shout over VMAX for Malact in chat.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm still not over the fact that we have a candle, a lamp, a chandelier, keys. Pokemon got wild. I googled it, ugliest Persian. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing. Thank you. Also, I just looked at my time. The thing is, we started late for me today because 9-hour time zone difference is horrendous. 6 is already bad enough. 9 is holy shit. And it's
sorry for being Californian. I'll make sure not to do that again in the future.
Yeah, that would be really nice. But it's 12:30 a.m. So.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah. Yeah. It happens.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I know what I agreed to. But off to bed with you. Yeah, I will make myself some food and then decompress by doom scrolling. So I will be sleeping at around 3 or something. Don't worry about it. No, we ignore that that I have a stream tomorrow afternoon. Just don't worry about it. Cool? Cool.
No, I'm gonna be worrying about it.
Yeah,
you can't tell me what to do.
How, Marsh? What the fuck? What the
Deserved?
fuck? How?
Deserved?
Damn. That being said, before we go to the official goodbye, do you have anyone we should rate into because you think we should know them?
Me? I'm gonna be honest. Nobody that I follow regularly is really live right now. But what I tend to do when there's no one that I really rate into, I'm gonna be honest, I just look up like Kitten Cam on Twitch and then I rate into the cutest one that I see.
I have enough people I follow who are online. That's not the problem in any way. I just ask my guests if they have someone so we can actually see a new face for once.
I just got kitten cams.
Hey, that also I also
Cute
have
Avalanche.
Cute Avalanche. Flapjack told me about them after last movie's episode, because there was also no one to raid into, and then we did that.
I'm like 90% sure that was my doing.
But going from card games to card games, I think I will yeet you guys into a Slay the Spire stream.
Ooh.
Yes, because Playtoys is having his summerthon. So why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Wait, I just got here. Well, too late.
Uh-oh.
Too late. You're literally 2.5 hours too late. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what
There's
to
not
tell
a
you.
single Pokemon on screen right now. Actually, well, there's Charizard, I guess, but
Does that count? Does
sorry,
that
it's
actually
just my
count?
Yowie.
Yeah, pretty much. But thank you for being here. Thank you for showing off all your pretty cards.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure being here.
Stream more so people have a reason to actually, watch you. How about it?
I honestly should. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I told myself I was gonna stream once a month, and then I had a pretty horrible mental health crisis last month or so. So that went out the window real quick. But it's just how it is.
Yeah, that's life, unfortunately.
I can't promise that I'm going to be better about that going forward. I will say that I am going to be streaming later this week, so if you want to come by on June 10th, I haven't decided the time yet, but it's probably going to be in the evening if you're in the US, or in the Americas in general. Keep an eye out for that. I'm just going to be ripping through Chaos Rising. Let's see how many full art Philipes I get, and that's it. That's all I really have planned.
Nice. You have a plan. You have a plan and you have a date.
Yeah.
So, guys, I will probably not be there because it will probably be in the middle of the fucking night for me. Because
it's probably going to be at like 6 a.m. for you. Yeah.
Depending on my insomnia, that probably actually works. But hey, it is what it is.
If you're awake, you're awake.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to see you guys there if you want to come by, watch me rip some packs. Lament about not getting my Fat Man 500 million times in a row.
Other than that, we see each other tomorrow to play some demos from games from Southeast Asian Game Showcase.
Yes.
That's kind of it. I'm tired. I'm hungry. We're out. Say hi to the Finnish turtle man when we raid over. Be nice. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.